The fools of today know nothing of the mysteries of the past. They walk down streets built upon the bones of fallen empires that gave them their technology, their magic, the very blood that courses through their veins. Great empires once ruled all. The first occurred when man was just a scavenger. They were the Salas, snake men as the ignorant call them today. Their magic was strong, but dark, and connected to the foul outer gods. This connection would be their downfall as the outer gods charge a steep price for their knowledge. In the end, their dealings brought a cataclysm down upon Ura that nearly destroyed all life. What remained clawed slowly out of the devastation and began to rebuild. As they did, they found the remnants of the Salas. They discovered their cities, science and magic, even some of their experiments. They took the magic as their own, swearing not to abuse it as the reptilians had, as if they could resist the allure of its power. They might have sworn off worship to the outer gods, but they were playing with the same fire. They called this the Age of Wonder, and the imbeciles still look back upon it with their stories of fables and romance. True, there was more magic, science, and prosperity then, probably more than at any other time before or since. They were as ignorant as the fools today. Their meddling led to the weakening of the weave between the worlds, and through this weakened weave, the Celestians were able to emerge. The Gilded Ones, with their beauty and perfection, soon took control of everything, and then began fighting amongst themselves and using man as their pawns. Eventually, those who fought against them closed the hole between the worlds, cutting them off from the power that made them godlike. Overnight, they went from being gods to merely powerful mortals. Mortals that could be killed. The last of the most recent follies from man was the unenlightened glory of Rozar. The greatest of man's empires, it stretched farther and more significant than any man's nations throughout history. The fools of Rozar believed themselves superior to all, and they pushed against all other races. They thought if they could force them into the worst corners of the world, or even exterminate them, they would have harmony in a perfect world. Little did the Daleks realize that man is his own worst enemy, and the Empire crumbled before even 1,000 years had passed. Now Ura is a fractured land divided up between rival nations, dark magic, and the worshipping of foul gods is once more on the rise as the lessons of the past have all been forgotten. Now these fools will bring down the same calamities as their ancestors. And my fellows and I will watch and laugh. Oh, how we'll laugh.
Want to get into.
I think Jonathan said he'd been playing that for the last.
I heard Outer Worlds is pretty good. You know what's a better game though? Tales of
Fallout
Savage
76?
Land. No.
Does that mean we're live?
That does mean we're live. Hey, buddy. And then Tony moves away from the camera. It's like, oh, we're live. All right, peace out.
Little backlight.
Ah, there you go. It does gives you that cinema sort of effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta look good, man.
Bless
I
you,
look
Grace.
like shit, so at least my background can be.
You don't look
good.
like shit. Us older guys look refined, man.
Yeah, refined. That's a word.
I'm just saying, man. Oh, God is cruel. It's like when I hit 40, it was like the younger girls started paying a lot of attention to me. And I was like, honey, I can't do nothing for you. That's why those are fucking blue pill commercials all over the damn place. Oh, hey, you can't. Hey, if you tuned in, we're gonna play some role playing games too while we're at it.
We're not just going to talk about Will's love life.
No. Hey, well, you know what? They got it in generic now, so it's all good. Oh, it blew out.
It did.
Yeah. Anyway, hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Will DM. I'm the game master for this spectacular
Nothing's going
game.
my way today.
Oh, I know. How old do you think that kid was that killed you on Fortnite?
I don't know. But
Probably
the person
10, maybe. maybe
The
10.
person I had killed right before he killed me, or she killed me, it could have been either. I don't want
Yeah,
to be
right.
sensitive. But the other one that I had just taken out with a beautiful sniper shot behind a rock, he had Old Fire 60 something on his gamer tag.
just
So he
because
might
he
have
had
been an oldie
old-
like me.
He may be. It's possible.
He may have been an oldie
possible.
like me.
Maybe.
Were you
All
on
right.
Fortnite just a minute ago, Will?
Fuck no, dude. I can't play that game. I tried. I don't. I'm just my reflexes are. You want to play? Okay. You want to know that? Okay. Since we're talking video games and we were all
Okay,
video
all right,
gaming
let's
out
talk
before
about-
this, I play one video game, one shooter. I play a game called Heroes and Generals. It's a World War II reenactment shooter game.
I've heard of that game.
And I love it because it's a tactical game, but yet you're playing on the ground, and you constantly get all these Fortnite players and Halo FPS shooter guys coming in and they're like, "This game sucks!" And blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, there's a little thing involved in this game called tactics. Go get a book, read about it, maybe you'll learn. I don't know. Now I just sound like a fucking old dude griping about young people.
You do.
I mean, was there
If
ever
only
that?
one of us would have said amen, you would have felt a little bit more
I would've-
confident in the stance you took. But
No, but hey,
I was
you
like,
had
I don't know, man. You sound like a bit of a funny duddy.
I am. Pretty much. So anyway, hey everybody, welcome. I'm Will DM. This is Tales of the Savage Land. If you've not noticed already, we are out without the lovely Jonathan for this episode. He's doing something, I hope, Halloween-esque. Did he ever tell us? He's so secretive about
He's
what
out
he
of
does.
state, I believe.
Yeah, but that don't tell us nothing.
That's true.
Didn't tell you shit.
We
I
need
mean, who
to.
travels
Melaine
out
Ray,
of
what's
state?
your brother doing?
She'll tell you.
Out
She
of
doesn't-
state for Halloween.
That's Vegas. Vegas and Halloween? Yeah.
Isn't-
He's
What?
probably in Vegas. That sounds just
Jonathan's
like
in
Jonathan.
Vegas?
Yeah, it does. He's got a whole nother side to him. Doesn't he?
I
Melaine
think
Ray?
he's secretly way more badass than you give him
He
credit
is.
for.
He is. Hey, Rigger, man. How's it going? I didn't see you pop in. Good to see you, brother. All right. So, so let's go ahead and we'll get an introduction of the players we do have here tonight. And then we're going to get into the game. So, why don't we just go ahead and start off with the lovely Grace?
Sorry.
That was a
Well,
drum roll.
Grace. Yeah, I mean, that's usually what precedes me when I introduce myself.
Of course.
I'm Grace. I play Ari. Hopefully, she can get up to some stuff tonight with our moral compass being gone.
Mm-hmm.
See,
No
she's
doubt,
evil.
huh?
I tell you, she's evil.
I need replacement players in my game fourth. Is that what it is? I need to get I need to get you, Lee Kim. I need to start what do
Is
they
it
call
called?
that? Like a backup. The
A pinch
backup.
hitter? A
No,
pinch
no, they have
squad?
like I want to say corral. That's not
Understudy.
what do they call it with the pitchers? The bullpen. I need to have a bullpen. That's what I need to have. There you go.
The
I'm gonna-
dugout?
No, bullpen. I told you it was a bullpen. All right, then we're gonna
Okay.
get on that.
Holy
So-
shit.
Hey.
Will.
Huh?
I mean, check this out, man.
Ooh.
Ooh, damn, dude.
That's
Oh, it
fun.
literally blew up.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Exploded.
Exploded. All right. Well, go ahead and it's your turn, Tony.
I exploded light bulbs.
You did.
I'm Uncle Tony. I'm playing Mischief Mayfair, and I don't know what are we gonna do without Brian. We could do all the good stuff without Brian because we got that stone we have to put a soul into.
Oh,
so-
you know what? You have no idea that I didn't realize that he wasn't going to be here. Well, because I was told, of course. It's not like it's just
right,
surprised me with it. Of course, when I was doing prep, I wasn't thinking about it. So there's something that's coming up. I don't know if you guys are going to get to it, but if you get to it and he's not here, oh, man.
We're gonna
Missing
fuck
out
it
on
up.
role-playing gold. Okay.
Oh shit!
And last but not least, we got Dylan. Go ahead, man.
Hey guys, I'm Dylan. I don't have a lot going on in terms of other than being Phoenix, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you're tuning in for the first time tonight, go watch all the other episodes. What are you doing here tonight? But leave the stream on.
We've got 75 hours of this.
Oh, shit.
What are you telling
Also-
people to go do?
Oh,
You know
no.
what? That after the show today, once you've fallen in love with all of us, you can go. I created a new playlist because I noticed the one we had was out of sync. So if you go to my channel, and you should add it to all of your channels too.
Yeah, you
And,
should.
there's
Put
an
it down into the
organized-
chat.
playlist. Oh yeah, I'll pop it in there. So if you want to catch up, if you like the show and you want to catch up, I have a feeling looks like all of our regulars are here right now. But if someone joins in and they want to catch up, you can share it.
Yeah. We're up to the YouTube channel has up to episode 25. I put that one up there today, and I started the new. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I axed the old podcast, and I'm rebooting the podcast again. So I just got all the down rolls up, and next is going to be the Tales of Savage Lands. I'll get up there. So, which will give me an opportunity to actually try and edit a little. And I do put a little emphasis on that. So, anyway.
You can cut these episodes down to about 50 minutes and nobody miss anything. You realize that?
No, there's so much
bullshit a lot.
There's a lot of good stuff in here, though. You can't. The bullshit's half the story, man. Anyway, so let's,
I would say it's 90% of the story.
Yeah, probably. So let's give a little bit of a recap. So you guys had in the last episode, Joplin had called out. Well, you ran into a mercenary company,
Yes.
the Broken Lances, who were in the process of bearing some competitive mercenary companies' troops in the ground up to their necks as a form of prairie punishment.
Yeah.
And Joplin tried basically. I don't know what he tried doing. He tried.
Well,
He
you
tried
need to
swindling them up, but it didn't work. And then he used
Joplin is-
magic, and then so everything went to hell afterwards. So basically, it boiled down into a trial by combat before
Yeah.
the eyes of Yuzul, the god. And there's like, well, whoever wins, then that's the will of Yuzul. Blah blah blah.
And I killed a giant guy with an axe.
You killed the giant guy with your dagger. He had the axe.
Now, it should, just so the rest of the group understands, Joplin is a man who has spent a great deal of time on the road, and it's these exotic locations are all sort of familiar to him, even though he's never been there. They
Yeah.
all have the same sort of chord in the different music. But he can't, just when he gets on the road, he finds himself being less truthful than usual.
Whatever, dude.
Than
Is that what
usual.
you tell your parents or something? Is that the story that you have rehearsed?
He falls into a routine where he is used to being a charlatan out on the road, and it finds it very difficult to come to the truth amongst strangers.
And family members, if you were to ask
You know-
his sister.
It'd been years since I seen her. I was happy to be there. I was trying to look out for her.
You did. I'll give you credit. You did. So anyway, so they ran into these guys. They had this contest, this duel. He winds up winning because he uses magic. And he dominates the guy, controls him, makes it look like a fight, and then has him kill himself on his
Every
dagger,
penny
basically.
in his pack.
Hey, I'm just saying what happened, man. So
Got to
basically,
die.
the captain of that particular troop of the Broken Lances, Samira, gave him a pass. It's like, look, I'm a woman of my word. I told you that we wouldn't impede your way afterwards, and so she let you go, and then gave you a wink and a nod and said, now this guarantee is only good for me and my guys. Can't speak for anybody else you might run into on the road. And
Why
just
else
left it,
would
and she
you?
just left it at that. She left it at that. But
Why
you guys
would
travel.
want to die.
Yeah, but you guys traveled after that. Really didn't run into anything. But as you got closer to the pass, the Thanjin Pass, your guide. Let's see, what's the guide's name?
Oh, we got a new one, don't we?
Yeah, because Mansoor left. He went
Where's my
back. Yeah. Begrin. Begrin was telling you, it's like, look, there's a good chance that you might run into some of the Broken Lances. I can't say that whether or not she maybe would get word to them or whatever, So it's like, maybe it'd be better if we played it safe. He knew of a goat trail that went out, parallel to the pass. But then he was also telling you, he's like, hey, there's Zakaria, the hag, is really close to there. And if you guys want to visit her, that would be the thing. And Brian, which this is another that was Brian, so concerned for Ari, was like, Ari, we got to take you to the Hag because there's something wrong with you. Your eyes are black now. Because, I left that part out. Yes, during this whole interchange of things, Ari was taken into the Shadow Realm and inducted into the Council of Shadows, and she is now the official mistress of the night. I think they said that she had to, her duty and job as part of this is to ensure why people fear the night. I think that was part of it. You're supposed to, basically be a bad girl.
Did she tell us anything about that? Didn't we have a little bit of a discussion?
No.
You guys, no, they know that I went down to like a Shadow Realm and that they put me in something, like they suspended me, and I said what I needed to say.
Correct.
Basically, what they know.
But you became something.
I don't think you guys know that specific.
No, you guys don't. All you know is that she tells you she followed her imp, because now she's got this like imp that shows up at night to do her bidding. Nothing odd about that.
What are you gonna do?
Right?
He's actually been useful.
Yeah, followed him into the Shadow Realm, and then she told you that she was imprisoned there for a little while, but then was able to break away and made her way back. Didn't say anything else, really. She was very shady about it. You like how I did that? Did you see that there? Anyway,
Shady.
yeah. So, so you guys start heading up and going towards this goat path that Begrin was telling you about, and along the way goes to Zakaria's place. So you head to where Zakaria is. You find a ruined like town and a ruined temple, like a little ziggurat thing in the center of the town, all overgrown and what have you. The only thing is it's a little bit greener in the picture than it would be normally because it's winter. And you go up the overgrown steps into this building at the top, this interior of the top, and you get to meet Zakaria. And then that's where we left off with you guys meeting Zakaria. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some stuff set up here because you think I'd have that ready. Nah, why would I have that ready?
And for anybody in the chat, you can start tallying the CNN jokes anytime.
CNN? I don't get it.
Oh, you will.
I feel Fareed with all just like a new man, really.
What? What'd I do?
You should check your GPS.
My GPS? I don't get it.
It's not what you think. It's a global public square.
Anyway. So, okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and let me move you guys too. Now, remember when you made your way up and you came into this place, it was chock-a-block full of bones, and there's this cauldron of stuff bubbling, and it had sort of like a sickly sweet aroma to it. And in there, and greeting you, was our girl, Zakaria. And let me go ahead and I'm going to share this, show that to the players, show it to everybody.
Nice.
There she is in all her glory.
Oh,
Damn.
Let me move her over a little bit. Yeah. And she was like at the cauldron, of course, twisting and turning, with a big wooden spoon into this pot of loveliness. Like I said, the place is chock-a-block full of like spices and bones of all kinds of different creatures, pelts and different things along these lines. And let me shrink her down a little bit so we can see a little bit of the you guys at home still seeing her pretty good right there. You see that her beautiful face? I'm gonna put her right there.
You're on
Oh yeah, I haven't put it on there yet. Hold on a second, guys.
hang on.
There you go. How about that? Producing and running at the same time. Yes, you too can make these mistakes if you decide to stream. So here it is. Here, let me. Since everybody didn't get a really good shot at her. Here, I'm gonna, so the people at home can see her. Ah, come on. There we go. Whoa. There you go, everybody. That's her. She's pretty, huh? Yeah. And she's dressed in all kinds of like very dirty pelts and things along these lines. She has a gnarled staff that she uses as she walks, and tied around it is a dried gourd, and there's something that rattles in it. So every time she puts her staff down, it rattles. And when you guys came up and you came in, she's like, "Oh, hello, my dears. I see that I've got some visitors. How nice."
I'd like to say that I wouldn't have gone in. I would be standing in the doorway.
Okay, so you're standing in the doorway and everybody else came in.
This is all for you, Ari.
It is.
Brian wants you to meet the hag. We
And
all want to meet the
she-
hag.
Please come in.
She smiles and she like gestures to the floor, and there's like all kinds of like pelts and like old blankets and furs and stuff. They look dirty as shit. Is that, please have a seat. Yes, Kekkonen, come in. Come in.
Oh. Ooh.
Elvoxia. Oh,
Absolutely.
mistress. Yes, please come in. Yes. Oh, Anurag. Oh, the privilege is all mine. Sit. And what do I? Oh, the pleasure of being in the presence of the eternal champion himself.
This was an excellent detour, Brian.
Yeah, I would not be quite as elated as Jocelyn was when.
And don't forget, Ari, the name that they started calling you by, and the name that actually, when you were in the Shadow Realm, they didn't call you Ari.
Right.
They call you Elvoxia.
Right. Yeah.
I hope I did. Yeah, I was trying to, get something that was kind of like, cool for you there. So.
You just don't like Ari.
No, not really. But that's side point. What can I do for you?
Oh, no.
And she goes, as she's talking, she's continuing about her business, and she's just walking with her staff, goes over to a shelf, rambles around, knocks some things over, and gets like a clay jar, then starts heading back over to her pot. Obviously, you came here for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sure that we did, Brian.
This is where I get to play Brian again.
Oh yay!
It's like, yes, Zakaria, I think your name is. We've come seeking help for our friend, Ari.
It's uncanny.
She's done with nothing but love, brother. Nothing but love. She's had some problems recently. Ari, tell her what's happened to you, so maybe she can do something to help you and fix your eyes and drive off that imp. Oh, her imp. Yes. Bazos. Yeah. You don't like Bazos, huh?
As a charlatan and a fraudster, it's just wonderful to be in the presence of someone who sees right through all our bullshit.
Right? It is pretty good.
No, I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah. Oh, you say that out loud. Okay, good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I have the sight. And like when she says that, her eyes actually flash with a light. I see everything. It is a blessing and a curse all to itself. I know Ashira when I see them.
You
Well-
mean that Oshira act through us,
Not-
that we are the conduits.
Not Ashira yet. Oh, you! And she walks and she starts coming closer because I assume everybody came in except for Ari, who's still standing back by the entryway.
Right. In as much shadow as possible.
Okay. She Zakaria comes walking up, and she comes walking up to Joplin, looks him up and down, and then pokes him. No, my boy, Ashira. And she pokes you in the belly. You, Ashira. Oh, look at you guys. And then she just moves past you, and she like pokes at Brian, and he kind of like shudders a little bit. He's like, ugh. And then she comes over and walks in front of Phoenix. And oh, you've already got a lot of scars. No wonder.
You mind if I ask?
Ask
question?
away. Sit down.
Why? How do you know who we are?
Oh, this one's not too bright though. I have the sight for you. I told you. I can see.
But what?
I see.
Sight. I mean, I have sight. I can see. I don't.
No. The sight.
Yes. This one knows. There's nothing hidden from me. I see all. I look through the mists of time and space.
Yes.
I can see who and what you really are. Yes.
I clutch the stone in my pocket with the soul in it.
And she goes, yes, you bring payment. And then she just goes back around to the other side of the cauldron, starts stirring it again. So, state your business. You want me to heal this one? Can't do it. Can't heal what's not broken. But I don't understand. This isn't Ari. This isn't how she really is. Ari, tell him.
Brian, I told you, I think it'll wear off. I don't think this is something that needs active healing. I think it'll go away with time.
Eternal champion, Brian Longshelf. Look at me. Look into my eyes. And like for a second, he's kind of hesitant because, well, she's fucking freaky as shit. Kind of scary. But then he looks at her in her eyes. There's nothing wrong with her, boy. She is exactly what she's supposed to be. She is Oshira, just like you. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not Ashira. I mean, sure, I might be an embodiment of this eternal champion, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I'm just chosen for now, and whenever I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm sure it'll pass on to someone else. Pass on, it will. No. You'll remain Ashira until you die. Unless, of course, you decide to fight it. You can push the gift away. It might go someplace else, but I doubt it. You're all pretty already well dipped within the magical streams of the world. And she, like, really quick stamps her foot, and you hear a squeak, crunch, and then she, like, reaches down, and she picks up a little mouse. I thought you were going to get away, did you?
Yeah,
and then you hear the bones cracking as she chews on it.
Uber Eats doesn't reach up into the mountains here.
No, not here. Well, they had one dude who came up once. Once.
Oh.
And then after that, nobody else came up.
Well, Zakaria, I have no question for myself, but our group, collectively, I speak for myself and the others, we're keeping dangerous secrets from each other.
Oh, yes, you are. It's enticing. I enjoy watching you do it. It makes for entertaining watching, if you are. Unlike some people, quite boring.
Well, none of us are willing to, say what needs to be said. So
you come to Zakaria to let your secrets out. Is that what it is?
That's not what I'm here for.
I think maybe we are here for that.
No, No.
Oh.
Speak for yourself. Yeah, I would like to keep my secrets. Thank you.
I think it's dangerous.
Oh, dangerous it is, yes. And safe, too. It's quite a conundrum.
I would just sort of shoot you some daggers, like.
All right.
Don't let your companions silence you.
No.
Kekkonen doesn't get silenced by anyone. He lives his own life. Say what you want, ask your questions, but there'll be a price. Always a price.
Well, what would you then, Phoenix? What would you ask?
I don't know. Can you see beyond this room?
Phoenix,
I think
you
I may
know
have-
who we are.
Going to the wrong person for that
I think
one.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she can only see what's in the room. I think that's
She knows your darkest secrets already.
Well, my darkest secrets are in the room with me. I don't know. That seems like a reasonable question. I'm asking it. Can you see past the outside the walls?
Of course I can. Do you remember the kitten? The gray one? You loved it so when you were young. It used to come ever so often when you were a slave. It would come up to the windows, meow, meow, and you would sneak a little bit of your food, just a tad. Your mother told you not to do it. And then one day when you were giving it the food, it scratched you. Ungrateful little bitch. And you got sick from it, didn't you? Almost died. Do you remember that?
Is there any sort of skill to lie? Was that? Could I use performance?
No. Yeah, you could, because I was going to say there's not a deception. So, yeah, you could use it. You could use performance.
No. No, I don't remember that.
Oh, you got a 4.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard to fool her.
Say what you want. Anurag.
Did I fool them though?
Probably.
I don't know. Both of you guys can. Let's see. What are the other? Here, let me pull up the old character sheet from Rylan, so I can take a look.
Probably notice.
I think notice would be the closest thing.
Yeah, notice is, but that's more of a physical thing. This is more like an
Yeah.
insight. So what I'm going to say, it would be, if you give me a smarts roll, or you know what? No, this would be an untrained skill roll unless you had something that was specific. Is what that would be. So
Can I roll my investigation on the hag?
Yes, your special investigation.
Being skeptical of her and her information more than I am skeptical of what Phoenix is saying.
Okay. Yeah.
I want, you know what I mean?
You're trying to see if you feel that she's being more forthright about things.
Yeah. And
Yeah. Totally.
I think this investigation might work.
Yeah. Because basically, you can tell whether or not he's fibbing, or maybe he just doesn't remember. You know.
Yeah,
that's
either
always
way.
possible. Yeah.
But I want to know if she's in earnest, and let's see.
Yes. Yeah, you
I
got a 5.
on the wild die.
Yeah, she seems. Let's put it this way: she seems more earnest than Phoenix does. But that could just be, you know, he's not sure. Too.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll weigh my options here.
I'd like to leave now.
If you've got no questions, quit wasting my time. There's much looking for you over the mountains. You have a quest to finish, don't you? That's, Elvoxia's former lovers are waiting for on the other side of the portals. Not to mention, there's the island and, the gates and the portals. They're not gonna close themselves, dears.
I know all I need to know from her.
And she goes back to just stirring
But
the pot.
If Elvoxia's lovers and concubines are on the other side of the portal, Why on earth would Elvoxia close those portals?
You have a question, then? Payments required for questions. For a question of this magnitude, what will I require? Something personable. Something you like. Something you don't want to give.
Well, then why would I give it?
To have your question answered, of course. It's not my position to tell you what you'll give up for the information. It's yours.
Well, damn.
Although, if you want to give me one of those stones,
Yeah, see now.
you give me one of those stones and I'll answer 5 questions for you.
I can't even think of the one I want to ask. Does anybody want to jump in here? Because I'm at a complete loss.
Well, I thought we were coming here to help Ari, but I have a question. And he like rummages around and finds something personable. I don't know. But he goes over and one of his storybooks. He finds one of his favorite books of stories, and he takes it over to her and goes, "Here you go, Mother. This meant a lot to me when I was growing up, and helped turn me into the man I am today, and set me on this path of helping people and trying to save the world. I'll give you this if you answer my questions."
This one knows what needs to be done. Yes, that'll work. Fine.
She takes the book, shuffles over, sets it on a desk, or well, she's got no fucking desks in here. She sets it on a table full of junk. She just kind of like tosses it on there too. She doesn't set it down all nice or whatnot. She walks over and just kind of like flip. Then she turns around,
Ask your question.
"Is Ari in danger?
I may have
Is she
phrased
in-
that differently.
Is she in danger of being possessed by evil spirits?"
Oh, this is a complicated question to answer. Yes and no.
I told you, Ari. I told you. You just don't think it's a problem for you, but it is.
There is no spirit in me other than my own.
And that's the truth of it, Brian.
And she like comes over and she like puts her arm around him. And he at first is like his first instinct is like sidestep, he's like he's gonna get away from her, but then he's like, oh, that would be rude, and so then he stays put, and then he's kind of like just as she's got her arm around his head.
What you have to understand, Brian, is that that's not Ari. That's Elvoxia. She's the mistress of the night now. She's given in to the compact of the Shadow Council. She's accepted her position as a terror in the night. Ari is not influenced by evil, Brian.
Terror
She
of the
is
night?
what you call evil. Now, Elvoxia doesn't think she's evil, though. So as you can see, your answer has 2 different points of view.
And then like Brian just looks at Ari, and he's kind of like, oh fuck. You can see that like there's like a whole picture show rolling behind his eyes of, well, what does this mean? What's it? And he was thinking that you were always just this misunderstood person that had bad influences on you, but that's not really the case.
And I'll look at Brian and say, there can't be good without evil.
Yeah. Ari, certainly you know
But Ari,
I can be flexible about these things, but he can't.
How can he be good if there is no evil?
We fight the evil that is present in the world.
and Brian turns around and looks at Zakaria the hag and says, "Mother, do I have another question? Can I ask another for that gift, or is it done?"
I'll allow one more.
Does Ari really want to close the portals? Or is she trying to bring the Celestines back? And now this is where I, as the DM, or Game Master, would have to ask Ari, what are your real intentions with that?
I was not intending on closing them all.
Excellent. Okay. That's all I need to know. Okay. And she goes,
No, she's not gonna close all of them.
and you just, Brian, he's looking at the hag currently, and he just slowly turns and he looks at Ari, and his face is just white and slack-jawed, like he can't believe what he just heard. And he runs out.
I guess he's done.
I'll follow him out.
I guess that's it then. What about you, Kakonin? Anurag, are you sure?
She's like, comes and walks in front of Joplin. Rattle. Shake. Rattle. She's like,
Roll.
Yeah, shake, rattle, and roll, right? And she's looking at you.
Hey, Kakonin. Questions. I see them swimming behind your eyes. You have got them.
I have them for sure. I'm not going to ask.
Oh, you prefer to be surprised.
I
I
do.
understand. It leads for a more exciting life that way.
Keeps me from judging my friends too harshly.
Oh, those judgments were already laid a long time ago. You all already knew that.
Like I said, some of us can be flexible about some things, some of us cannot.
I know. Elvaxia, do you have any questions, my dear?
The only thing I have to
Should we be calling you that now? I think that's an important question.
all I have to say is that he needs me to close the portals, and I'll kind of bring out the bag of like powder. that I
Oh,
have.
yes. I figured you'd want to know what would happen to you if you let your lover through again. This one, she has great confidence in herself. Thinks she can bend a Celestine to her whim. Well, best of luck!
Lover, eh?
I'm not sure which one she's referring to.
I know.
Oh, you're not sure. Excellent. These are, I don't believe we've heard this part of the story. No, I'm searching my memory. I would have remembered. See, the surprises of life just keeps on giving.
Yes. Be careful on the path, Gekkoden. Be careful.
Thank you for your
Oh,
time, your wisdom.
and tell your sister that Zakaria says hello next time you see her.
She doesn't know you.
Oh, yes, she does.
How? But she's never been.
And she just keeps stirring the pot.
I'll pass that message along
Yes.
next time I see her.
Probably sooner than you think.
Oh God! Again? She just gonna? All right. No, I don't want to know.
No, not that one.
Oh no. The other two aren't as nice as her.
Not them either.
Oh, okay, good. That's all right then. We should probably get going. Is Brian halfway down the mountain already?
Now, while
Yeah,
I
let's-
followed him out, I had something I wanted to say to him. I hate to do it without him here, but
No, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna watch this.
And
So-
we can always retcon things. That's
so I would have stopped him on the way out, like just outside, pulled him aside where we were out of earshot, and I would have said, "Listen, I know that was a lot, but I think I got that lady's number. She's not everything she appears to be. In fact,
I don't know,
Yeah.
Phoenix. She knew things. I mean, how does she know these things? We've never met this woman before.
she knows
She's a seer for a reason. I mean, people have said that, she's a seer. Begram called her a seer.
she sees a lot, but she doesn't know everything. Listen, she said about that little cat, she said, that ungrateful bitch. That's not how I felt, that's how she felt. She wasn't telling me my story, she was telling me what she saw.
But
She doesn't know the future, she just knows the building blocks.
But did you get
Just because
scratched?
Ari isn't planning on doing... Yeah, I got scratched. I mean...
So she did know.
She knew the details, she didn't know the whole story.
I see what you're saying, but still, it's disheartening. Makes me feel we can't trust Ari. And
You
what if
can't
she
trust
does
the way
it?
she's feeling, but I mean, we know how she's acted when push came to shove. She's
So we should
fought
still
by our
be
sides.
we should still be looking for a way to drive those spirits out of her. Then
I don't think that's possible, Brian.
but we have to try, Phoenix. We have to try.
And
Can
I'm
I
not
just
gonna try and convince him of anything else.
come out of the hut or cave or whatever at that point?
After they're done with their conversation, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're walking, and they're basically halfway down the pyramid thing. Now,
Oh, well, I want to call out to Phoenix.
what
Phoenix.
is Ari just following suit, or
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably I'll stay on the porch for a while, maybe until Joplin's out of sight, and then follow.
Well, I want to catch up with Phoenix real quick and tell him that she is indeed very wise and she has seen the things that we've done. And she wants you to go pee in her cauldron.
if anybody, okay, if you've seen the earlier episodes where he was getting,
This is a great callback. Come on now.
yeah,
It was
that's
a great
pretty good.
callback.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot.
And I'm gonna like suppress a laugh and then give him a very serious look.
She saw what happened last time. She's impressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pointing at Brian like,
Indubitably. Okay, so you guys make it out, and Begram is, as you come down, Begram is standing there, and looking very solemn.
"Hey, Bagram, you wanted to go talk to that witch up there?
No,
Let's get the fuck out of here."
I agree. Very much so.
You know, Begram, I have to say, when you told me this was the goat trail, I honestly expected the greatest of all trails.
No, it means goats.
Yes, I get that now. Had I known, however,
Me.
they eat everything. Stop.
Yes.
I get a hole in my pants now.
Okay. So he starts leading you guys up the goat trail into the to the mountains. Basically back where you guys had started to go, and they went, oh wait, the old lady turned around and went back to her. You start climbing. The wind is picking up some, more so than it had been. I mean, the wind that was down on the when you were riding the camels through the prairies of Kishem was pretty consistent, and it came in like violent gusts every so often. This wind has picked up in its intensity, going, at a higher pitch for a longer sustained period of time, and it's cold. It's really cold. Now, you guys you bought like cold weather gear when you were in Red Fort, did you not?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. So if you hadn't been wearing all of that, you're definitely breaking it out now and putting on that cold weather gear as you're making up the mountains. It goes from climbing to walking at an incline to climbing, and then, here's a slightly level part of the path. You're able to walk for a little while until you get back to climbing and then walking at an incline again. It's very tiring. He takes you to there's this one part where you get, and you guys have now stopped, and because most of the way as you've been going up, there's been, mountain to the right of you, mountain to the left, and that would go to varying heights and what have you, and this trail kind of like meanders its way through the stones. Now he has stopped you, and flecks of snow are now starting to fly in the wind, and they're hitting your face and melting. It's obscuring the vision, the line of sight that you have, and the clouds are beginning to get dark and gray and menacing. There you go. Put down the ear flaps. There you go. And you can see that while it was cloudy before, those clouds, while gray, weren't this angry, dark gray that the clouds are starting to turn into as these blow in. And Begrin looks up at it and he goes,
"Storm coming in.
Snow. Lots of snow." And that's not the best part. The best part is he stopped you guys. Now the path is still going ahead. On the right-hand side is the mountain face that goes up at an angle. And on the left is a sheer drop, thousands of feet down into a narrow gully. The goat path, at best, is 2 feet wide. There are parts where it narrows even more than that. Begrin goes, he like takes his pack off, opens it up, pulls out this big line of rope. From here, my friends, I think it best if we anchor ourselves to each other. This way, if one of us slips to fall...
Yeah, we can all go. We saved the other.
Yes. So he begins tying the rope, and then he counts off like 10 feet. And then he hands it to the next person and says, "Now tie it around you and count off 10 feet and pass it to the next." This is like 100 feet worth of rope that he has. It's a big old spool that he had in one of his packs. Okay, because he's got like a big pack on. He's got like a couple of them. So
I'll take up the back of the group.
Okay.
Just to be safe. I feel like Begrim can probably handle the front.
Begrim's going to take the front. So we got Begram at the front, we got Phoenix at the back. What's the line in between?
Oh, this matters.
It might.
I'm the center. Just
And Brian and I, whichever way balances out.
So
best.
are you between? Is Joplin between Ari and Phoenix, or between Ari and Begram?
it makes sense for Phoenix, right?
No. Phoenix is the back.
No.
Yeah.
Brian should probably be up.
Okay, so
First.
we'll put Brian after Begram.
But
and
how
we'll
is he dressed?
Joplin? Who?
Brian, did he go back and put his armor on, or I mean,
Yes,
we're in cool
Brian
weather.
has his armor on, and he's got his winter clothes over his armor.
Damn, dude. That's some
If he
big ass winter
fucking
clothes.
falls, he's taking us all.
Don't forget that this armor is not, while it looks extremely heavy, it's not, because you got it out of the bowels of the Citadel of the Arcanus from those dwarves.
No, yes, it's magic.
It's actually, well, it's not magical, but it's dwarven made, which pretty much, it's fucking magical. All right. You know, for all you land lovers who don't habla. So that's the order in which you guys are going.
Oh shit.
And he says, this stretch here, it'll last us about 2 hours. At the end of it, there's a place where we can camp. And he looks up. Hopefully we'll be able to beat the weather and the light.
Should we turn back and find a place to camp and wait for
No.
a better opportunity?
No, because depending on the snow, if it's intense, if it is a violent storm, this could be choked off with snow. We might not be able to pass, and then we would be forced to go all the way back down and go through the Thasian Pass, which might have your friends, the Broken Spears, waiting for you, or the Broken Lances.
I don't understand why when they challenge us and then their biggest guy with an axe ends up dead, they think it's a good idea somehow that they should challenge us again. It makes no sense to me. I'm just confused by the culture in these parts. But did I mention I killed a big guy with an axe?
You killed him with a dagger, my friend.
Had a big.
Anyway,
I
okay.
should have asked if I could kept his axe.
You would have been able to. They would have gave it to you.
I'm not an axe guy.
You're not an axe guy. It's
Yeah.
not.
We don't really have an axe guy, do we? We need a barbarian.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. So, all right. So Begrin starts, and he just starts moving, and he's moving at a decent clip.
Well, that's good news.
What? Any of you guys afraid of heights?
No way.
Nobody.
No.
I mean, as an actual hindrance or something.
Right. I think it is
Well,
a hindrance.
If
but-
it's an actual hindrance, then okay. But no.
Or
All right.
do you want somebody to role play
I
that?
think they're just fears in general, but no, I've been cleaning out gutters in the.
Why
Oh,
don't
that
you
building
all
all my life.
just roll me a naked 20?
Oh, of course.
Don't get a 1.
But we can Benny it if we do. Right?
No Benny on this.
I got a 6.
I got a 19.
Oh yeah, he
shit.
likes
Who's
heights.
rolling for
I'll roll for
For
Brian.
Brian.
I'll roll for Brian. Oh, did it not roll?
It did.
No, I rolled. Yeah,
Oh, there I got a 10. Okay, and a 15 because I didn't realize it rolled already. Okay, so yeah, none of you guys are afraid of the heights. You're good. You're good. And he's moving along at a good clip. The wind is blowing. The snow is starting to pick up. It's getting to the point now where it's starting to stick to your clothes. You travel about an hour nonstop. And it's literally, you guys are like kind of like hugging the wall, you know, because it's, I mean, I don't know if you've ever stood on just 2 feet. It's not much. And so you're kind of like shifting almost. You're like, you know, you're not walking abreast, you know, you're turned sideways and like shuffling as you're going. So it's pretty tiring. And the wind here, it seems even stronger. But fortunately, what it's doing is it's pushing against you. It's coming in with the storm, and it's pushing against you. So it's sort of like pushing you towards the cliff face, keeping you from falling backwards.
If I try to talk to Ari, will Brian not hear me?
Let's
Since he's
see.
ahead of-
Yeah, you're right behind her. You can try.
I don't want him to hear some of what I have to say
We'll say it.
and be like, Ari, while you were in the underworld, Netherlands, whatever you call them, your imp gave Phoenix and I stones that we could use to enter that world and come and rescue you if need be.
Roll a notice roll for
Oh.
me.
Okay.
Who?
No,
Who's
no.
who?
Yeah. Elvoxia.
Elvoxia. Yeah, again, should we start calling you that?
She still goes by it. All right. Besides
I
that,
like to
we'd
be
have to
good
change the overlays, you know.
I
I got a
I'm
9.
respectful of people's pronouns and things.
You got a 9? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. You can hear him, and you make out, it's like almost where the words are kind of getting cut off because of the wind, but
Yeah.
it's enough to where you piece it all together that you understood everything he just said.
Yeah.
Use your super hearing thingy.
Yeah, you could do that.
I suppose, yeah. So I'll send a message back to him as opposed to actually trying to speak. I'll just send him using the cantrip message
You
back.
what?
Just you don't want to go in that
Roll.
realm. That's what got me here.
You still got to roll.
in my head?
Yeah, in your
she
head.
talks to you in your head.
Yeah, I've done this before, so you can't be too surprised.
When did you do this before?
I mean, before, like
I-
a long time.
I
ago.
think she did it when you guys were down on the docks when you killed what was the
Holy
pirate?
shit, we were way back.
Yeah, what was
Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
pirate's name that you guys burned down the place and killed him in the
Hakan?
alley? That guy.
Prince Doru.
Prince Doru.
Oh,
Yep.
that guy.
Yeah, when you
yeah.
guys killed Prince Doru, I think Ari was talking to all of you guys with this.
All right. I'll try not to be surprised then. I completely forgot you could do this.
Well, that's playing Joplin in character. So
Yeah.
yeah.
fair enough.
I was going to tell her that he gave us 3 stones, and we have charged 2 of them with, some souls, and I don't want Brian to know about his, but I still want to charge it up in case we need to go there.
And then he pushes her off the mountain.
Breathe on this.
Dad's like, oh shit, the rope!
I'd say just back to him. I can't understand your business down there. From what my experience was, it's not something pleasant.
I wasn't expecting pleasant. I was expecting a rescue at the time. Now it seems like they might be useful for other things. Again, I can be flexible. Brian can't.
Yeah. I mean, we could tell him that getting down there will revert me, I suppose, but
Anyway, I wanted you to know that we had these stones.
okay.
I have one. Phoenix right now has his and the blank one. But if you get a chance to kill somebody, grab it.
Am I hearing anything of what he's saying?
No. Well, you know what? Maybe. Go ahead and roll me a notice roll because you're right behind.
Like I might be able to hear
You're behind.
half of this
Yeah,
conversation.
you're behind.
You could see,
Joplin, at
you
least.
could hear the innocent part, the fact that he's telling us.
I don't know. I feel
Fine.
like
Yeah, you
is
hear
that
him.
enough in this weather? Do I
Yeah,
need to
fine.
raise?
I mean,
that's
I don't-
good. That's good. You can
Okay.
hear him.
I'm hearing like bits and pieces. Okay. I just sort of like scowling at him, like, "Come on, man."
Again, keeping too many secrets. God damn it!
I mean, can I get to Phoenix at all using message? Probably, right?
Sure, he's right
Or
there.
can I notice
20
that he's
feet?
making faces at?
He's
Yeah,
behind
you can totally see him going.
Right. I mean,
He's
exactly.
got. It looks like he stuffed a lemon in his mouth.
All
There
right,
you go.
all right.
Well, maybe
Keep
not.
yanking on the
then. He just sucked on it and spat it out.
Stop it!
All right. Well, I can't say anything to Phoenix then.
Okay. Okay. So, after you guys have, are you done with that?
I just want to. I want to be more open with my group,
Except
and
for
hope
Brian.
that encourages. Hope that encourages others to be more
Yeah.
open.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I got secrets tearing apart my other show. I don't need to do it here too.
Gotcha. So after over an hour, okay, you've passed that 1 hour mark. You're into the second hour, and the snow is making the path slippery. Not to the point where you're like, oh fuck, but you can tell that he was right. If obviously we didn't need to go now, otherwise this would get cut off from us. It is dark now. Granted, it's still early. It should be sunlight, but it's like dusk in how dark it is, and your vision now, we'll say Phoenix, you can see to Ari, and then you can't see past her. So you can't see Brian or Begrin. You can't see either of those guys.
I'm
Okay.
like tensing up, like ready to grab the rope at this point, like, because
Right?
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. I need a bunch of notice rolls, guys.
Are we about to fight people on an icy cliff?
Let's see. Let me open.
I rolled an 11.
Nice.
There's Brian.
I have an 8.
Phew. Okay, notice. Should be alphabetical, right? Yep, there it is. Did it roll?
Yeah, an
Yeah,
8.
you got an 8.
Oh, he got an 8. Cool. So, get rid of that. Bloop. Bloop. Okay, so we've got Phoenix got it. Oh, Phoenix, look at you, you badass motherfucker. Joplin got it, and
I rolled an 8.
oh, that's right, you're not rolling on there. Okay, so yeah, all of you notice it without a doubt. There is a rumbling.
I love avalanches.
Did somebody say
Yes, good call.
the people living in Colorado recognize it?
Yeah, immediately quick, ski faster. There's not enough snow though for like a traditional avalanche. I mean, there's snow on the mountains here and whatnot, but it hasn't compacted, and you're not in an area that where there's sufficient snow to come down off of this stuff. Up and to your right, along the cliffside, there's this rumbling, and then you see just a little stone drops down, bounces off the wall, and goes in front of your face there, Phoenix.
Oh.
Begrim turns around and looks at Brian and goes, "Avalanche!" And he starts yanking on the rope. and he starts trying to go faster. And then Brian gets it. He starts yanking, and he's yanking on you, Ari. So,
Yeah.
what I'm going to need...
Oh no!
I don't know why I closed Brian's character sheet. That was silly of me. We need agility checks from all of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Agility.
Agility.
This might be
Look
good.
at
Thank God for
Brian!
wild die.
There you go.
Ooh, thank God, too, because he's only got D4.
And me.
Oh, look at you!
Oh.
Cool.
I got a 7.
Oh, Joplin fails.
And oh shit.
Okay, so now because you failed, what happens is as they're pulling on the ropes, you get whoa, and you slide off your feet, and you fall, boom, onto the path, and you're starting to slide off. So now that your weight's going down, you're pulling on everybody else, and so now I need, let's see,
This is
Joplin?
my nightmare.
I need a strength check from Ari and Phoenix now.
Strength.
Yeah, because he's pulling on you guys.
Okay, I got better than I thought, so I'm alright.
Oh, look at Phoenix! He got a 15!
Hell fucking yeah.
Phoenix, this is what Phoenix does. Okay, what'd you get, Ari? I see
I
that.
Benny it?
Yeah, of
I
course
got a
you can.
3. I got a 3.
Oh, you probably should Benny that, otherwise you're gonna get pulled over.
Oh God.
What'd you get?
Was it worse?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
Alright, okay. This will do it. I got 9. So that's 2
Okay.
bennies.
So you blew 2 bennies there. So this is what happens. Joplin slips, falls, hits the ledge, starts sliding over the cliff face. Phoenix holds onto the rope, pulls the rope up over his head, reaches out, and then you've got, of course, Joplin's reaching towards him. He grabs him by the hand, you yank him up back onto the path, you smack into the wall. Bam! Because he pulls you up into it.
Yeah, I've got that tooth floss move going on too, where I wrap it around my arm like 3 times. Like
There you go. Now,
Thank you.
That stopped. So up front, Brian and Begram get pulled and goes, "What's happening?" And then Brian looks back because Brian can see, but Begram can't. And Brian's yelling to Begram, "Joplin's falling!" Those little rocks that were coming down and falling, they're bigger now. They're about the size of golf balls and slightly smaller than baseballs. So what I need now is I need agility checks from everybody to not get smacked by a descending rock.
Don't forget about Burrow there, Joplin.
that's 4. No, I'm not gonna.
I'm out of
benny
bennies
that.
for
Let that
stuff,
ride.
and I just, I'm gonna roll with that for a while.
All right.
Oh dear Lord.
I really am gonna roll with that for a while.
Brian's going to use a Benny.
I think that's probably.
What the fuck? So I
Yeah,
got
you got it on the second one.
I got a 19.
I did not.
You got a 19?
Yeah.
So she's dancing.
I just
Fuck
barely
you.
passed mine with the D8 and agility too.
Okay. So, what did you get there, Joplin? You got a 3 and a 2. Okay. Let's roll some damage.
Oh,
Oh no.
shit.
With a 19, I can't help him
Okay.
at all.
It just hits you. It
Okay,
only did
good.
3 points of damage. Fortunately, it didn't, get a 4 where I can continue to roll for the damage.
Okay.
Yes.
So, shaken or
nope.
what am I?
Nope. Because
No.
what's your toughness?
Oh, to 7, so it didn't
Yeah.
even penetrate.
So
Right.
No, it hits you and it's like ow, boom, and it
I
goes
thought, I
flying
thought you were
out.
talking. It was automatic damage.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you just get hit, hurts, nothing really bad happens.
All right.
So
all right.
they
I'll
start-
fail some more rolls then.
They start pulling, start going again. But you know what I forgot to do? Hold on a second.
Oh.
Begram gets beamed in the head.
Damn it,
Bam!
dickhead.
And is knocked unconscious.
Well,
And
now what are we gonna
falls
do?
down. Now I need a strength roll from my good old man Brian here.
Oh shit! Here's
Oh,
what.
I don't know what his strength check is either. Shit.
Hopefully, decently.
He
Fine.
succeeds. But he stopped. He's got both of his feet planted. His back's against it. And he's holding on to the rope for dear life. As Begram is just...
Great, and I'm in the way.
And you're behind him. Nobody can...
I know.
nobody
But I'm
can
in the way
move
from
forward.
anyone else grabbing him.
Yeah, nobody can move forward now.
Yeah.
And Brian turns and he looks at you, and for a second, a flash of doubt goes across his face. But then he goes, Ari, quick, help me pull him up.
I would help him because That's what's gonna keep me alive.
Ace Ack on Twitch. Thanks, man.
Oh,
Appreciate the follow very much. So, I hope I said that right. ACG Ack, right?
Oh yeah.
Ack. Yeah, I like that. If I totally got it wrong, or if you just want to make fun of it, just write it down below.
All right.
Oh, that is. Oh, thank you so much. I
For
appreciate
the only
that.
DMs I watch.
No.
Oh,
How do you feel about that, Tony?
I kind of
I wonder which member of Will's family this is.
His mom, come on, you know.
Oh no! There's no way my mom would navigate technology to even get to do that. Okay, so what's Grace doing?
Well, Ari.
I'm sorry.
Would-
What's Ari doing? Thank you.
Got to keep him on track.
You got it.
Or I suppose Elvoxia would
Use that name.
would go and help Brian. And I rolled a strength check and I got a 5.
Okay, let's roll for Brian because it's going to take more than just one of you to pull this unconscious man up. So let's see what Brian gets. Now, keep in mind, Brian's already burned one of his bennies. Okay, the two of you are able to pull him up. All right. Now, here's the problem. So you pull him up. The two of you are holding on to him
Right.
on a 2-foot wide path.
Yeah.
Trying to move. It's like you guys are like dancing, trying to move down this path here. So it slows you down drastically.
So I'd like to try to
Bigger
start,
rocks are coming.
casting Spirit Servant, which Spirit Servant conjures an ethereal spirit. The weight of the Spirit Servant can lift is equal to 10 times the caster's spirit die type, or 50 times his spirit with a raise on the casting roll.
Okay.
So I think that would be plenty to lift him up.
It's how much? 50 times?
So it's 10 times the caster's spirit die type. So whatever
It's
I roll,
it's not as much as you think. So let's say, just for mathematical speaking, if you rolled a 1, that's 10 pounds.
right?
2 is 20. 3 is 30. What die are
Right.
you rolling?
For my spellcasting die, it's a D10.
So
Oh.
the max you could get is 100. Now,
Well,
Now,
It
if I get a
would help.
raise, though,
It
it's
would-
50 times.
correct. And let's put it this way, it will help.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
So
going to go ahead and start casting it.
so you're going to start casting it. Okay, what's the casting time?
So it's -5.
Guess what? Because you're moving along on this rock and not just casting, I'm going to add 2 more to that.
Okay.
So that's 7.
Yeah. All right. I'm just going to start casting, though.
I'm next in line. Am I back up on my feet and heading?
Yes, you're back on your feet, and everybody's slowed down drastically. So,
I've noticed what has happened.
well, yeah, but hold on. I want to get one thing here. So you're beginning to cast, and then you'll tell me when you're going to cast? When you're
Yeah.
gonna let it go off?
Yeah, but I'm going to... So I can take... Each round is another
Takes
roll,
one off,
right?
correct.
Yeah, and I roll every round, right? So
No. You do the roll after you've taken them all off.
Okay.
So it's at now a -7 to your roll.
Right.
Let's say you want to make it a -3.
Mhm.
You wait 4 rounds, then you roll.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just prepping the spell. I'm not casting.
Okay, you're prepping it. Okay, so yes, all of you have seen that. The rocks are starting to come down now. Those baseball-sized ones, softball-sized ones. Oh, look, there's a grapefruit. I need everyone to roll agility again.
Oh wow, I am just scraping by on these.
Yep.
I can help. I think if I notice what's going on.
Ah, jeez.
There's a success. Yeah, you notice.
Everywhere. Got a 5.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what Brian gets. Brian fails. I've spent both of his bennies. Oh, wait, you get 3. Hold on a second.
Yeah, 3.
He's going to spend another one, so he'll be out of bennies. He gets
Oh.
a double 1.
No.
Another
For those of you
stone.
who don't know, that's real bad. in
Yeah, it's
7.
real
Yeah, it's
bad.
real bad. So Ari, you're starting to cast, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think
Prepping.
we've established that is hamana, 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 hamana. And the rocks are coming down. You're both got Begram between you. You're shuffling, and a stone, wham, hits Brime in the back of the head, pitches him over. He falls down, taking Begram with him over the cliff.
Ah,
I
okay.
need strength rolls from
Strength.
you 3.
I got a 6.
Okay. Wait, before anybody else rolls, the collective number you're going to need is 20. You've got 6.
Hey, Joplin, you want to roll next?
Yeah, let's go in order. Why not? We can do more damage that way.
It's not good. I
I got a 7.
okay. No, that's better than I did.
So we're 13.
Yeah, we're on
I
par.
only need 7.
You only need 7, buddy.
And I roll a d10, so I mean, odds are.
Yes.
Look at that.
Fuck.
So this is what happens. That stone comes down, hits Brian in the back of the head, shoots him out into the air, taking Begram with him. Fortunately, Ari lets go and then just instinctively grabs the rope. You're no longer casting, by the way.
Right.
Also, for the people at home, I rolled exactly a 7, which
Yes,
means
you
we
rolled
hit
exactly a
exactly
7,
20
so
with our
We hit
cumulative.
20 on the nose.
They go pitching over. The rope goes taut as the weight hits the full length of the rope. All 3 of you skid 3 feet down the path before you come to a stop. And the rope is... I need agility checks from all 3 of you.
Oh, Jesus.
I've rolled shit on agility these last couple times. This one's got to be better.
Okay, I'm betting.
5.
One, I got 1 better, so I got 5.
I got 9.
Okay,
I can cast something real quick that'll give us 2 feet of ledge anywhere we need it.
Are you going to start casting?
Well,
can't-
my question is, what do we need most right now?
Strike,
And
because if you let go, then they're both going to have to try and make this next strength feat on their own, because you'll be busy casting. What
we need-
are you guys going to do?
Die?
do we need more ledge, or do we need to put a ledge beneath them so we can drop
A
this
bit,
thing?
I would say a ledge underneath Brian. And hope to God that we can convince him to cut the other guy free.
Oh,
I can create.
let's see what kind of damage happened to Brian. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, shit.
So let's see.
Hopefully none. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
that ace. I mean,
That's not
It
nothing.
was yeah.
close.
You never get past.
No,
those
that
things.
was a D6.
Oh, that was a d6.
because it was a bigger rock. So he's good.
Ah, right, yeah. The rocks get bigger.
No exploding on that damage there. So we're good. It was just enough that it knocked him totally off balance and he pitched over. And you hear Brian down there screaming up at you guys.
Yeah. I mean, if
So he's conscious.
Yeah, you can't see him though because of the snow.
Oh, there's so much of this. Where is it?
Now here's the thing. I will allow you to do that, but 2 things are going to happen. 1, you're going to have to look down and make a notice roll to see exactly where he's at through all the snow and the swirling wind.
Okay.
they
2,
can't help him at all.
the other 2 are going to have to anchor the rope. And now that they've got the weight's not trying to pull on them in a quick jerk, I'm going to lessen it from 20 to 15.
Well, okay. I have.
And you have 3 minutes to figure out what you can do starting now.
Okay, here's the thing. I have the spell. I have the strong caster ability, which can reduce my casting time to 0, which will give me 2 feet
of a solid barrier right underneath Brian.
Assuming
I-
you can notice him.
Yep.
Assuming I can notice it. Yes.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I mean, so you can estimate where he's at. So you don't. It doesn't have to be exactly right underneath him.
He can fall a foot or two, right?
Right, or he could climb theoretically.
Well,
you
I
could
don't want to put it above him.
hit him in
Otherwise,
the.
it's
You
got to
can
be
hit him
below.
right in the center with this thing if you don't get it right, though, either.
I'll think about
Err on the side of caution.
Yeah, Aaron. So he falls a couple of feet, if
Yeah.
any.
I mean, you
Well,
know
you
that
have to
he's
be able to-
about 10 feet away from me, from my waist, which is where I'm assuming the
There's
rope.
also another 10 feet of rope that then connects him to somebody else, though.
who we don't care about.
That guy's the only one who knows the way down.
Yeah, I think he
Fair
needs
enough.
to stay
Fair
alive for now.
I don't think any of us took a particular interest in the survival skill during character.
I will say this
creation, so-
much: following this goat trail would be very easy to do, though.
I've got.
All right,
I've
cut the
got
rope.
in survival.
Snip. Brian's not going to cut a rope. Are you kidding me?
No.
See, man,
Yeah,
should have been
that's-
somebody else behind Vikram instead of Brian.
All right.
And Ari would have went.
All of these choices.
Before, in like the
So
first
look,
he fell.
We're running out of time. I
Just
got to
cast
drop the
the
rope,
spell.
create a quick barrier, but I can do it like that.
Yeah, and I mean,
Does that
if
mean
we have to
we're
anchor,
going to need to
we-
make a check?
Yeah.
I need to make a notice check and then my spell casting roll.
And you guys need to make a strength.
We need to make strength checks. That's a lot of rolls, but okay, let's do it.
Okay, so that's the decision. And break. Okay, so first things first, we're going to do the strength check.
Without me.
What did you roll?
I'm going to.
Benny,
I rolled a 3. I think can I Benny it?
You
Yeah.
have one left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, not including the persistent ones. but-
Right, yeah.
Oh,
You didn't roll snake eyes, did you?
No, I rolled another 3.
Okay, cool.
Okay. How many raises do I need to make up for a 3?
You got to get to 15.
You
so-
need to Benny that again, girl.
I mean, yeah.
You need to Benny that again. Oh my God!
Oh,
What did you
no.
get?
It's the same. It's a 3 and a fucking 1. I don't
Oh.
know why I keep rolling.
Okay.
that.
See, it's not roll 20. It's you.
This is what happened to all
There's-
my pennies last week.
Yeah. This was another 2 that I just burned.
You're talking about. Okay, so you got a 3, another 3, right?
Yeah.
You got to get a 12, Phoenix.
No.
Nope.
That's not enough. But do I have enough to secure myself and cut the rope?
You can. Are you going to attempt to cut the rope now?
I don't want to cut the rope
Here's
between
the
me
problem.
and Joplin. I want to cut the rope between Joplin and Ari to buy him time to cast this spell.
Yeah, you're
What-
not going to be able to do that because
Okay.
you're throwing back into it, holding and whatnot.
I mean,
you know?
theoretically, if I'm. I could cut it as
You're
I'm-
pretty much committed at this point to making this strength because if you don't make the strength, somebody else is going to go over, and the next
can I
in
take-
line is Ari.
Can I take another Benny? I mean, I suppose I can.
Yeah, you
right?
can still do another Benny. Yeah, we're not doing it in an order fashion.
I got a 9.
Okay, so you got a 9. All right, with
Enough.
the
So
8,
that'd be 17.
that's enough. So you guys do keep a hold. All right, it's time for a notice roll. There, Joplin.
By the way, I only have 2 biddies.
Woo, baby, come on now. Let's see it.
We need bits.
Oh,
Wow,
Oh,
got a
hell
12.
yeah.
You,
Hell yeah.
yeah, without a doubt, you got it. You got it.
Does this spell require a spell casting roll?
I do believe it does.
Of course it does.
Hey.
This will exist for 5 minutes per rank, and I'm at 65, so that's heroic. What is that? 5
That's
times 4?
Yeah,
So
so
20
minutes.
minutes I get this for?
Yeah.
Come on now. Be good.
Oh,
One
my
and a
God.
2.
He rolled a 1, everyone. And a 2.
Oh shit, that's
I think you
Yeah,
got to
I
use
did.
one of those 2 bennies there, buddy.
I am going to use one of those two.
Now I just want to make sure: is your spellcasting die a D4?
It isn't. This is. I rolled this from the wrong place. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got because I have a
then re-roll it.
spellcasting.
Then re-roll
ability.
in the right spot.
I
Yeah,
think
here
the
we go.
sheet doesn't quite work like you'd hope
It-
it would.
Doesn't. But here, let me.
Even if you have to do
That-
there you go.
There
You got
you
an
go.
11. Not a problem. So okay, cool. And it
Okay. See if
and
I
it,
can fix
it's
this.
able to put the ledge out there. So let's see. I'm just going to give a strength check for Brian to get situated down there. 8, not a problem. He is in place on the fake ledge. Everything's good except for these 3 agility checks. I need you guys to all roll now for me as more
Oh, dear
stones continue
God.
to fall past you. They're getting
Okay.
bigger.
My agility's getting slightly better each turn. So
I got a 5 again.
I got a couple of 4s.
God.
That's still a success. They're about the size of basketballs and bowling balls and getting a little bit bigger.
And we have made no forward movement.
No. Nope.
No, but
Happening,
we
can
have a
I-
ledge under Brian.
You know where that ledge would have really helped? Above us.
Can I?
I
Yeah.
asked.
start-
I know.
cast
I just was
like-
not.
So I've got this thing called damage field, which
Uh-huh.
has something to do with.
That's not going to help in this situation.
Okay, and then what about like entangle, as far as just growing vines out?
No, that does. Again, that's not going to, because it's like going. It's not meant to be a barrier. It's meant to grab a hold,
Right.
and it's shadows to boot. That. Oh, I almost said it like a Canadian. And they come up out of the ground and then they wrap around people. They don't like come out and then like, oh, stop.
Right.
So that wouldn't work.
I've got nothing but a
Okay, so now, from this point, you've got 3 minutes. Go. What are you doing next?
Is Brian conscious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the ledge too. He's
Is
actually he's bringing up Begram.
Is
onto
he
the
going to
ledge
be
with him.
able to pull him up to that ledge?
That's what he's doing right now.
So we don't need to be on the rope right now.
Right, we're not necessarily doing strength
Yeah,
checks.
well, it went slack, which was enough to tell you that they're not hanging off of it anymore.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I think we need to move forward.
We have as far as possible.
how do we get Brian up here?
We pull him up. I mean,
Pull
that's
him
the
up.
only. It's the only option. I mean, one option here is that I take that we. Is there room for us to reconfigure at all? No, of course not. Yeah.
It's 2 feet,
Um,
man. I mean, you can try,
Do you
But-
want me to make
but
another 2 feet?
that's more rolls.
If I untied myself and moved to the front of the group,
Yeah,
then I might be able to pull them back up.
yeah. There you go.
I mean,
What kind of rolls am I have to make to do that?
Or you guys could all just pull as a unit.
Wait, how much extra rope is there here? Because I'm at the back. There's about 100 feet of rope.
well,
Yeah,
right.
there's
There's
10
10
there's
between
10
Joplin and
10,
I, and
so
10
there's
between
10, 20,
Joplin.
30. There's 40 feet of rope between all of you guys. Okay.
And you got to figure we used at least another 10 foot per person, wrapping it around
Right.
us and
Yes.
stuff. So double that, there's maybe 20 feet left.
Nah, still not. No, and then I'm gonna have to get past both of you. Okay, that's not a plan.
I can make 2 more feet of ledge.
I mean, I think the main threat is
Well-
from the top.
Or I can make
Right.
I could
would-
take
I
a
would say
little
do-
bit more time and make something larger. But
Right.
I don't know how much time we've got. This is
Um,
why I decided to take on that strong caster ability.
Smart.
I'm just going to say,
Yeah.
look into that the next time you're at a library.
All of my casting modifiers happen when we're in combat, not in combat.
So you're gonna create a ledge above you so that the rocks will it'll become like a ramp,
It's
and then you guys will just huddle underneath this new ledge that you make. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's an option. Or I can create 2 more feet for us to stand on. Or I can create another step for Brian to come up on. Give me options, people.
I mean, I still think
I
that
think
my-
we just have to pull them up. Like, I mean, we
Then
get
let's
because
yank.
whatever we do,
let's
we're
pull
only
them
going to have
All
10
right, the
feet.
3 minutes are up.
Yeah,
Yank.
We'll pull them up.
let's
As a
pull.
unit, theoretically.
Okay, so first
Strength
thing I
check.
need you guys to do is all give me agility.
Ah, shit. Okay,
Phoenix makes it.
Good shape.
actually getting better.
I got a 5.
Joplin makes it. Okay, you guys all make it. Not a problem.
4.
They're just whizzing by
I got
you.
a 2 and a 4,
Zoo,
so I'm
zoo,
making myself
zoo.
nervous.
Okay, so you just have to make that combined 15, and you'll pull them up.
All 3 of us now.
Yes. all
Yeah,
three
I
of
got
you.
a 6.
Hey.
There's a
Jesus.
I'll
three.
take care of
Oh, Joplin, the fear is coursing through him.
That
And-
adrenaline.
yeah, and you're like, "Rrr," he started like turning green. "Rrr, Hulk pull.
What does a failure on this check mean for me?
Nothing,
Let's combine
actually.
15.
Okay.
Because
Just to
Joplin, yeah,
Behind me. I already took care of
Hope
it.
Joplin for some reason just, yeah, man, he's on it. So, okay, cool. So there we go. You pull
And
them
now we
up.
cut the rope.
You've got Brian up with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we cut the rope.
If I would start cutting the rope as well if Joplin is doing that.
Okay, so basically, here's the next round of rolls.
If Joplin is doing that.
Every,
I wonder,
every
is Brian trying to save him, or are we going to cut
first
him?
thing that happens is I need agility rolls from everybody.
God damn it, man! I told you about
I
my
got an
bed
8.
situation.
Ooh, Brian got a 3. He's out of
Oh,
bennies,
motherfucker.
people.
I got an 8. I'm fine, but Brian doing the own job. Shit.
Come on, Ari. What
I
did
got
you
a
get?
4, sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a success. That's
Yeah.
a success, though.
Brian's
Okay.
taking them both down with him. We're back where we were.
Here comes the stone into Brian. Uh-oh. Ooh. So he got
He's gonna
15
shake it.
points of damage. Yeah, he's shaken. And I think he took a
Ooh,
wound.
I think
off
that
Wait,
takes
is
a
that
wound,
15
too.
points of damage? I thought we were just rolling to hit first.
No, the hit was
Yeah,
he
it
failed
is
his
Brian.
agility attack.
Yeah, he failed his agility, so he
Have
got.
an agility roll.
I see.
Let's see,
Sorry.
what is his toughness? Where's that on the sheet, guys? I hardly ever look at these things.
Toughness is
Right
just
in the
in the
center.
center.
Yeah.
Distracted.
The
Five,
accumulated toughness with his armor is the number on the
Oh,
far
he
right.
has
Oh, there
of
we
the
go.
three columns.
Yeah.
He's got
Oh, no.
11.
Yeah. That's what I
Okay.
figured. He's just shaking.
His toughness is 11.
Yep.
Then you didn't get past his
He's a
his
tank.
toughness with
Yeah.
with an 8.
No,
Oh,
no.
but
it-
it's set-
No,
it's
he's
actually
he got a
just-
15.
It exploded.
15. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see here.
Okay,
What-
just shaken then. It's
Yeah,
just
that's-
the one raise.
Yeah, because it's just what 5, right? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Maybe
5.
4.
It's 4 over his toughness.
4
Mhm.
over. That is 1 wound and
Mm.
shaken.
Right, because it's a raise over his toughness. So that's
Yep.
the one wound. Yeah.
Bam. Okay. He gets clobbered. Essentially he gets hit in like his neck and shoulder area. There's a distinct crack, and it rips open his neck and whatnot. And he's kind of bleeding, but he doesn't. Oh, let's make a strength roll now. See if he tips out again.
Two questions.
Yeah.
Did we cut that fucking rope?
Well, this is
No,
all
he didn't
happening
even get
first.
up.
He makes it, so Brian doesn't fall off. He gets
Okay.
smacked in the side, but doesn't lose off the ledge. Brian is holding the rope, trying to pull up Begrim now.
I would take out a dagger and start cutting at the rope.
Good,
Okay.
good plan.
So
He
you take
does
out the
also have a
dagger.
-1 on his ability checks because of that wound too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Thank you for reminding me. Guess what?
Brian!
Brian just fell off again.
Which brings me to my second question.
Mhm.
Did he hit my ledge?
Well, I mean, he should have.
He should have been right above it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. That ledge is only 2 feet, though, right?
I don't care.
If somehow these rocks are making it to hit us.
Here we go.
Hit the ledge.
Here we go. Let's I'm gonna do an agility. Let's see. No. Let's see. Yeah. We really need a luck feat. He got a 4.
No, -1 still.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck it.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. He missed the ledge.
God damn it, Brian.
Hey, guess what, guys? Everybody give me a strength check.
Oh my god.
My God, we're all gonna die.
Would have been great if you'd made that ledge, though.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I got a
Yeah,
7.
we're good.
She got a 7.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so 18.
We all
you
got
only,
raises
You
on
only
that.
need 2 more. Drop
For the
it.
people at home, Phoenix rolled a 12, Joplin
Yeah.
rolled an 11.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
What do I need 2 more for?
We're way past it if we're going 15.
No, this is 20 again because he's pitching over and it's that quick jerk on the rope.
I got 11.
All right,
and-
then-
Yeah,
you're good.
we got.
And I
Phoenix
got
got
another
12.
7. So
Yeah,
we're
you guys are
20.
good. You guys are good.
Yeah.
You saw it happen. You saw it coming. You all braced for it. And you're ready. You could go sliding forward like a half a foot this time, but you're like, and now they're back. You're back to where you're at again. They're over to the side, and he's stunned, so he can't help. He's just
All right,
dangling.
people. Same question. Where do we put the barrier?
Okay, you got 3 minutes. Go.
I still
Stop the
posit that
rocks.
the worst threat is from above.
Stop the rocks?
I say stop the rocks.
Or do we want more place to stand? Or do we want to put a
He
ledge
can't-
beneath
he
him?
can't grab anything.
All right.
How wide is the ledge that they're standing on down there?
2 feet.
Jesus.
Next
Um,
it is basically the same as yours.
It can be 4 feet if you give me an extra round for this. But time is not on our side.
Yeah, I think what this bought us 1 round. That's what we're using right now for this
Yeah.
3 minutes. I think. Yeah, I mean, fuck you. I think I got to leave it in your ballpark because so far pulling them up hasn't worked, and that was my only strategy. So
How far down is it?
Thousands of feet.
Son of a bitch. Do we have any way of anchoring this rope other than ourselves?
I don't know. Do you?
I got nothing in my
Nope.
I mean,
Begram does.
I could maybe hold on to it with
He's at the
entangled,
bottom.
but
Yeah, he
still.
is.
Bagram does.
Begram does. He's got pitons.
Is he conscious? Conscious?
No, he's not. I think.
No, he's unconscious. He rolled that double once. Remember?
I mean, I can
and
try
he,
to start
but is he on the
casting-
ledge?
No, they're both just hanging in midair.
Fuck. Okay. We have to get them back up here. That's our only hope, and we have to get those.
Yeah,
Pitons out of his pack.
getting them back up here is actually going to help anything in short term.
Unless one of you can stick this rope to the wall. This is just
You know
we're gonna
what?
roll
Yes,
until
I
eventually
can.
we fail.
I
And
mean,
I
theoretically,
am
I'd
gonna-
be able to grab it with entangled and hold it in place. Like you were saying, that's what it's meant for.
That can work. It can hold on to the rope. Sure.
What were you going to say, though?
I'm just
Joplin.
going to hold the rope against the wall and just bury it in a bunch of stone that I create.
That would work
Okay.
too.
Lock it into place
Eh.
and create a barrier above us.
Let's do it at the same time so
Does it
that
have
we
to
don't
last
fail.
the length that it's stated at, or can you dismiss it?
I don't know. That I've never tried.
You can dismiss it. I'll let that happen.
Okay.
I was going to try to dismiss the dirt that I had put around those guys when we were like digging them out at the end. But I didn't want to remind them it was me.
Right.
Okay. I think that's a great
It
strategy.
buried them in the first place, and
That at least gives us an anchor that we can pull them up from. I'm out of the strength checks at that point, though. So are you.
I mean,
Unless you do it behind you. Do it behind you, then it's the two of you.
Well, if it gets anchored, you're not really going to have to worry about the strength checks anymore.
Yeah. Unless they get beamed in the head again by another rock.
I mean, do we want to do it at the same time so that?
Okay, what are you
anchor the
doing?
rope in a barrier that I create.
3 minutes are up.
I'm going to anchor the rope in a barrier that I create. I'm also going to untie myself and anchor it from there. And
Okay,
and-
untying yourself, and then that's going to take some time. You got to unwind yourself. It's probably best just to anchor the rope as is.
I don't want to be stuck to the wall.
Well, we can always cut it. We can always cut it. We've got
yeah,
daggers.
you've got a dagger.
Fine, I
Give
will.
me the roll. Give it a roll.
I will grab the rope that's between Ari and me, and
Yeah.
Okay, give me the roll.
Simultaneously, I'd like to cast Entangle just in case.
Okay, give me the roll.
Mine doesn't work.
I'm gonna go for my spell.
So you're still
casting.
casting, okay?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think
Oh
I'm.
my
Fuck,
goodness!
yeah.
This
Oh,
is what happened. He got a 20-2. So he goes hubba, and this stone hand just kind of like comes out, grabs the rope, and pulls it into the mountain.
But I want it to also create a little barrier above
Yes,
us.
and you got
So-
and you got the ledge. Actually, with that roll, you're able to do both, no problem. And
Okay.
just as you do that, then, because it turns it into a lip. You know, you guys are standing here, and you got a little lip, so the rocks stop coming past you, and they're just bouncing and they're falling off. Happens for about another half minute, which is an awful long time, and then it peters out, and it's no longer falling.
Well, that's something anyway.
Yeah,
You just wanted us to burn our bennies.
kind of wanted you to fall off a cliff.
Well, Brian thanks you. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah. Oh, was he? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Shoot.
So, are we going to start pulling these guys up again?
I think that's up to you
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say
Well,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess now that it's anchored, I could like kind of like
You guys can pull them
come
up at
up
this
to
point in time.
you and.
I'm not
pull it
even
up.
gonna. I'm not even gonna require any rolls. You pull them up. They're both up there. Begram is.
Oh.
You're able to actually get Begram back up and around, though.
Were we though?
What? Do
Were
you
we,
want him
though?
to be? Do you want him to be unconscious? All right. Begram's still unconscious.
No, stop.
No.
Okay. After you guys all get up onto the ledge again, you're able to get Begram conscious again. Begram's like, "Oh, thank you so much, but we must hurry. We cannot stay here. The weather." And you notice now, for basically the first time, how much of the snow is caked on you guys, even with all this going on. How much of the snow is starting to stick to the stone and stick to the path. He's like, we have to go. And the rocks are done falling. So you dismiss it, pull the rope out, I take it?
Well, I can't dismiss it. It's holding up a bunch of rocks.
That's true.
Well, you can meld it. You can meld out to just get the rope and, you'll be fine.
I can't untie myself.
If you want to, you can take the
I
time
can't cut the rope and let Begram die. I can't untie myself.
Well, you can.
Things I can't
There's
do.
just consequences for those actions. So you guys start hauling
Well,
ass
Begram lead us.
off of, again, shuffling at as quick of a pace as you can go. You get to the end of the path after an arduous, it seems like forever, but it's close to an hour. And you finally get to where the path leads into the mountain comes up on the left-hand side to shadow in. It cuts down on the wind, and you get in far enough. And he doesn't stop, though. Begram doesn't stop. He keeps pushing up the hill. He goes, quick, the camp, it's close. It's not that far. Takes you a little bit further up into the mountains, and it's another one of those things where lots of times I say it'd be like you either climb in or you're walking at an incline, and then every once in a while you get to one of these like kind of a flat area for a little bit, and it's another one of those. It's kind of a flat area. It's not awfully big, but it's essentially a good. The path itself widens so that at its smallest part, it's 10 feet. At the widest spot, it's 20. But it only goes for about a stretch of about 40 feet before it really starts narrowing up again and going down. So he says, this is where we will camp. And he starts pulling out the tents and things like that to make the camp and make the preparations. And he looks at you guys, he's got blood coming out of his nose, a little streak coming out from under his hair. And he goes, the good news is we can make a fire.
I mean, seeing that he would is so torn up and stuff, maybe I'd go over and try some healing on him. I don't know what kind of
Sure.
stuff I would be able to do up here.
On Begram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't try that healing stuff on Brian.
Yeah.
We need him.
But that having been said, hold on. We're going to take a quick break. We overshot our break time by a little bit. So we're going to take just a really quick break. So if you need to run to the restrooms, get some snackages for the last hour, some beverage refills, whatever, go ahead and do that. And we will be back really quick. So don't go away. Hello, everyone. We're back.
We're back.
Yes, I'm back. What's that? How's Welcome Back, Carter go again?
Welcome back. Whoa, welcome back.
Yeah.
I used to know that.
That's about all I know too. So it's all good.
What does John Travolta always say to
Yo, Mr. Carter. No,
Oh,
that's Washington. That's Washington, right? That's not Vinny Barbarino.
Yeah, Vinny always
Forget
has,
about
he's got that slogan. He's got like he's always
forget about it.
God.
Forget about it. No, that's not it either. It's been a long time since I've seen Welcome Back, Carter, so I can't say.
I it hasn't been nearly as long for me because I was watching it in reruns. So.
All right,
I'll find it. Let's play this.
So Begram starts breaking down, setting up the camp. The tents are 2-man tents. So who's in what tents?
Oh. Well, now that we know Ari is off the market, I can't go in that tent.
That's true.
Who says I'm off the market?
Oh.
Yeah,
True enough.
you're being presumptuous here.
Excuse me.
Don't make a woman's mind up for her.
I was going by what the hag said. She was a mistress of the night. You know, she had lovers on the other side of the gate, and it's a headache.
Plural.
She did
The
say
dark.
that.
The dark can play into, I'm sure, Cat Cohen's realm.
I'm sure Kit Conan would approve.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the tents are set up 2 per tent. There's 3 tents, so Begram's going to sit. He's going to be in his own tent. And he has little braziers, little like cast iron braziers that he's got that you put some dry dung in, and then you can light it, and you can have a little brazier kind of cooking inside your tent. It stinks, of course, but it's warm. So
I'm trying to think if Brian would want to keep a closer eye on me,
he
or
does
stay-
not want to be in the same tent with you.
Okay, well then, looks like it's what do you do? I'll take a tent if it's open. I'll go toward it. They can decide who's coming in with me.
Yeah, Brian would like to share a tent with Phoenix. Actually,
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say,
right,
I'll
then
probably stay with him.
I know where I'm going.
there you go. Excellent. Okay, so you guys sleep soundly through the night.
I'd step gossiping. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Brian, as you're in the tent with Brian, Phoenix, he's kind of you guys can sit like crisscross applesauce in there, and your heads are basically against the tent. And
Because
he's-
Indian style would be offensive. That's how we
I
use
knew you were
Indian
gonna say
style, yeah. So he
It's an
took.
Indian style. What is wrong with saying that?
Nothing.
I don't-
No,
I
no.
think that's a longer conversation that we can have in the middle of our
Yeah,
role-play
exactly. We're role playing, Tony. Come on,
Come on,
All right.
Tony.
Then let's sit Vindian style.
Indian style. There you go. So Brian actually takes off his armor and what have you, and he's rubbing his neck and his shoulder, and he's like, and as he's doing that, his eyes are closed because he's in pain, and there's nothing really that Phoenix can do for him. You know what I mean?
I could make an unskilled check.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want me to take a look at that?
I'll be all right.
Come here, let me take a look at that.
No, that's okay. I'm sure I'll be fine. And as he's rubbing, you notice his hand starts to glow, and
Your hands glowing.
an amber color, and he's like, what? Huh? And as he's rubbing his shoulder and whatnot, you see the cuts and whatnot that are on his face and on his, the bruise, this big ass bruise he's got right here. They go away. It's like, oh, yeah, I just had to rub, rub the kink out. I mean, it's really
No, you
tensed
you
up my.
rubbed the cut away. You
What?
You healed yourself.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I just watched it happen.
I healed myself.
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm losing my mind, your hand turned yellow and then your cuts went away.
Do you have a mirror?
No, do I look like a vain person?
No, I didn't mean to imply. I healed myself. And he seems to just get more like, you know how Brian gets. He's like,
Yeah.
What? And so he starts like slowly putting his clothes and then his armor back on, and what have you.
You gonna sleep in that?
Yeah, I think I should, just in case.
Suit
Phoenix,
yourself.
I'm scared. I'm not afraid to admit it, but I'm afraid of Ari. I don't know what she's turning into. It could be extremely dangerous.
I mean, if I'm honest, I've always been a little bit scared of her, but
Well,
yeah,
she was
the whole
always
black
a
eyes
little-
thing makes it a little worse.
It's like they're staring into my soul.
Yeah.
It's unsettling.
I mean, I'm Phoenix. Joplin. I mean, Joplin has been kind of catching up with her on the whole spooky magic scale.
Well,
so
Yes, but Joplin's still got a humorous air about him. I think
you realized he's an asshole, right? I mean,
that's rather strong words. I think he's more misunderstood.
no, I'm not. I love him. He's family, but he's an asshole.
Oh, just because I asked you to pee in a cauldron.
And an oasis.
I'm just saying, Ari doesn't seem particularly more concerning than the con man with the power of a god. Just putting it out there.
It is worrisome, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I hear people's prayers, and I'm not particularly suited to answer them. So, I mean, we were all carrying around some powers that we probably shouldn't have.
She said that we were Oshira. I don't. Are you a god, Phoenix?
I don't think I am, but I mean, we seem to have something inside of us that we didn't choose that you could call a god, I guess.
Well, regardless, we still have to close these portals. I think it's going to be up to you and I to make sure that
I don't think I would put that on me.
that gets done. And we can't trust Ari. And like you said, with Joplin, and Ari's the one who holds the powder. Is it safe for her to hold all of it? Maybe we can convince her to divide it up so that all of us can carry some.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the sharing type. I don't think we have to worry about it. I think when the time comes, she'll listen to reason.
I think you're right. I think it's time to switch and see what's going on in the other tent. Okay.
Well, first I'd like to see if I can make the roll to see if I can hear.
I was waiting for that. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Good, because my first words were to you were going to be, they're talking about you, right? They're probably talking about both of us.
So I rolled, what would that have been? A 17?
Oh, yeah. You hear exactly what they're saying. No problem.
Yeah.
So you heard all of that.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd relay to Joplin that Brian is scared of me, but I need assistance to show him that, like, I mean, he can't exist without me. That's the bottom line in my viewpoint.
I'm all right. You want to go sew his tent shut? Let's do that. Let's wait till they go to sleep and we'll just throw it shut while they sleep.
I feel like I'm in college again.
I'll make you invisible
Right?
again. Go in there. Just sew Brian up in his
Sleeping bag.
And if we were near water, we could put them out on a raft.
it would have been perfect. Maybe I can like create a raft and then you just put him on there.
Yeah. Good times.
Good time. See?
So the rest of the night's going to pass uneventfully. The morning will come. The storm is cleared, although there is quite a bit of snow on the ground, slid off the tents mostly to pile up around it. Begram is up. He actually was up before all of you, packed up his tent, and was waiting. Brian, despite his healing touch, was very tired, and he slept later than he normally would. You guys get together, pack up your stuff.
Yeah, I don't get up early anymore, and it is
Yeah,
the
I
best
figured.
thing.
Me and Brian still do.
I mean,
Yep.
and if it was a problem, I would go wake him up. I'm fine with being that bitch.
Yeah. Just throw some snow
I'll
on
get
him.
up at a reasonable time. But I'm just
Throw
saying.
some snow on him.
God damn it.
Well, as soon as everybody else starts getting up, he starts asking. Begram's like, "We need to get the other one up." So, at his prodding,
It's not like I'm in a bad mood when I wake. I just like to sleep.
yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, start off again. There's snow, quite a bit of snow, roughly about half a foot, which doesn't seem like an awful lot, especially to people who are used to snow. But in a small confined area like this, it's quite a bit of snow. You know what I mean? On the path. You guys travel for about another hour, and then you come to a cresting. And then from this crest, now granted the mountains tower on the right and tower on the left of you, but you see now it goes down, and you see stretching out before you the extremely lush and green land of Vindia. And Begram tells you, we are now going to be descending out of the Akbatans. Welcome to Vindia, my friends.
Cool.
Are we likely to be meeting friendlies, or are people here going to be prejudiced against us too?
I cannot answer that question.
Well, I mean, how do they feel about outsiders in this land?
They're accepting,
Oh,
but I
Okay.
cannot say how they will treat you because I do not know how you will act.
oh, just assume we're going to do the same things we've been doing, and
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's-
saved your life up there. I don't know.
well, people are never grateful. that we're-
I thank you.
I mean, to be fair, we've given him a pretty representative sample of the range.
I'm just
of our
letting you
behavior.
know. Would you prefer that I lie and say that yes, they will welcome you with open arms?
Well, I just
If you wish me to lie to you, I will.
no. I was looking to avoid the openly hostile.
And Begram walks over to you, Joplin, and he holds out his hand and he goes, "Safe journeys."
What, you're leaving us now? I thought you were taking us.
I've brought you to the other side. There's Vindia. Just follow the path. It'll be easy. It'll take you down into the lands. You
Well,
should
all
be
right.
able to see the
Okay, sure.
the roads. Just once you reach the base of the mountains, head east again. You'll be fine.
Any other advice for passing through these climbs?
No.
No. Should I put on an
Um,
accent?
Yes.
Hey, Begram, I've got a question for you. Did you just say that because you want him to look like an idiot?
No.
You really had to read, you know that?
Goodbye. And he turns.
Wait.
Yeah.
He stops. He stops.
Down here, when we get what we're looking at right now, what would that be? Well, that city.
Oh, you can't see any cities from where you're at.
Oh no, we're just seeing the.
Yeah.
Open
Would you
it.
like me to put up the map of India?
I
Is
would
there
love to see
Yeah.
the map of
Yeah,
India.
let's do that. Let's check out the map of India.
Well, be sure you
It's
let
there.
everybody at home check out the map of India.
Exactly.
I would. I maybe like. Are we close to Hyderabad?
Yeah, actually, let's see here. Boom.
Udaman?
Boom.
Udaman.
Oh, I just need to get it.
You demand.
There's Vindia.
Is it?
Where?
I'm still on.
Oh,
I'm not anywhere.
oh, that's why I'm showing it. Go into your handouts.
Oh,
There's a map of India in there.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I got to hold on. I got to
You gotta blow that up.
change this here.
Oh.
What I need to do. What's I needs to do. I need to make it its own page. That's what I need to do.
And we are
Otherwise,
headed to
Nobody's
Karat
gonna see
Ur. Is that where we're headed?
Where are we going?
We were in Kashem, right?
You're in. Well, no, not anymore.
No,
we
we
were.
were.
Yes,
We
we
came
came through the
Word.
Akbatan Mountains,
Yep.
and
just-
now we're heading towards Hyderman.
Yeah, I think Hyderabad is the first
City.
major city.
Yeah. Because we're ultimately going to the very bottom of the map.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that island.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Here.
little tiny island.
Christ, I remember that, frankly.
I have
You-
my notes open. I'm not actually as clever as I look.
You know what the cool thing is that everybody at home can see me like making this.
It looks like we could take the river.
There you go, guys. Let me get it
Oh.
up there.
Can I see it?
Do-do-do-do.
No, yeah.
There we go. Now everybody at home can see it. And here, I'll put you guys on this one. There we go. Okay, so you guys just came out of... Okay, the Thanja Pass is right here. Okay?
Well, Henry says no, they can't. They can't see it.
They can't... Oh, that's... You know why. Hold on. Let me change the page.
Oh, voila.
Thank you, Ray. Appreciate that. Okay, there you go, guys. There it is. Okay, so
Somebody please produce Will shows.
Fuck, honestly. If I had the computer too, I would.
I would let you. Okay, so put that back. All right, so this here, that's Fort Thanja. That's the Thanja Pass right through here. Okay, so this is the Akbatans. All right,
Mhm.
these mountains over in here, and the Thanja Pass is basically what separates that from the Gaunt. You guys, you came through these mountains over here, so you're like, you know, Fort Thanja is close, but you guys don't want to go there.
Well, right.
You guys want to go down here to Hyderman. At least
And
that's what the assumption was.
And how
Yes.
far is that, Heiderman?
Well, if you were to get on the river, it'll take you about roughly a day to get down to the river and maybe find a village that has a boat that could give you passage down there. Because there's those kind of like riverside taverns and stuff all up and down along there, because there's all kinds of you know what? And I should have done that. There's actually a small town right here. I'm gonna have to revise that, because all the trade that comes in through the pass there, they're gonna come to this little trade town where there's a bunch of boats that then sail down to Hyderman and then can distribute throughout India.
Looking at the map, would we assume it would be a continuing 5 or 6 day journey to get to Fort Guaram, Guram?
So all the way down at the south.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, by Talabraz.
Fort Guram. To ride the river all the way down there is probably going to take you about 4 days.
Okay.
Because
So
you're
we gotta
essentially,
get a
yeah,
boat.
yeah. And actually, you could probably find up here. I got to come up with a name for that. Hey, Melindra, you like names? Give me a name of a town where there's a bunch of boats that travel that river down south. Thanks, appreciate
And make it a little bit racist Indian.
it.
St. Louis, right? Isn't that
St.
big?
Louis, yeah. If there's anybody I could trust, it's Melindra.
No,
Why?
not me. That's
She's
for
not going to put
damn
anything in
certain.
chat. Watch, she probably already logged off.
She was just on a few minutes ago, but I would suggest to the group that we head to Hydermon because I think I've got some friends there.
Yeah.
Now wait.
Transeva. Yeah.
You
all
have
right.
friends in Hydermon?
Sure, why not?
I
Thank you,
mean,
Melindra, you're the best.
New friends, recent friends, but yeah.
Where have you gone that you've met people?
I haven't gone anywhere. You know how I've told you I've been able to hear voices in my head?
Yeah, but those are just voices in your head. I hear them too.
No. Pause. We'll come back to that. I've been talking with them, and they're real people. They're in Vindia.
But you wait a minute. You've been talking back to them
Yeah. They asked
and
me for help
gathering
with.
information about them.
Well, not a
You
lot,
know where
but
they live. You know about
What?
their family situations.
You Santa Claus?
yeah. Well, I don't know addresses. I mean, I don't think a lot of them have addresses. They've been living in the slums, but
One thing I can tell you, as a charlatan of faiths around the world, it is deeply faithful when people talk to their God. And it is deeply psychotic if the God talks back.
yeah, no one ever told me that. No, I didn't know that.
You're going to make them sound crazy. This is why God doesn't answer prayers.
Well, all we need is a boat. We just go to them and ask for a boat. I'm not gonna say, hey, introduce me to your family. I'm not asking them
How
to
will you-
show me around town.
Will they recognize you?
They'll recognize my voice. I think. Yeah, I kind of
What do you think that's going to do when their God shows up at their house?
I don't know. It's gonna be extra disturbing that I'm very white.
And that
I might have some questions.
an additional,
Everyone experiences their God differently. We can't predict what these people will think of their God. It just
no,
might
but
affect that
God's
they
not.
have
Haven't we learned our lesson collectively? The gods are not meant to walk upon, with us, around us, inside of us.
Well, I'm not their god. I mean, their god is the guy that did all the things they're so proud of him for doing. I'm just a guy who happens to be channeling
Answer
that
their
guy.
prayers. You're the man.
I'm just a dude disguised as a dude.
just like another dude. Dudes are emerging.
I'm a Russian nesting doll of confusing racial issues I'm about to walk into.
I mean,
Hopefully they don't have any questions.
Again, my advice would always be to, give them the silent treatment. Listen and sympathize, but
I mean, that's what I do, and then I tell them how to beat people up, mostly.
that's
Only when the guy deserves it. It's not like I'm telling them to beat up their school teacher because he gave them a...
well, when we
That-
get to Hydermon, we'll know exactly who we're looking for now, won't we? Lead me to
I
the
don't
lonely kid that's
follow.
been talking to a god that tells him to beat people up.
Well, I don't tell them to beat people up. I just say that, hey, that guy's picking on you. And go, here's how you throw a punch. Let's see what's so bad about that.
If we have Oshira acting through us, perhaps, I don't know.
I mean, you gotta assume the guy picked me for a reason. I'm not...
I think
probably
you
need-
guys need to give yourself more credit. We're
Thanks,
not
Mistress of the Night.
we're not beacons that Oshira are acting through.
Well, certainly we're. You don't think we're the actual, say. I don't even want to say it.
The
Yes.
genuine article.
I do.
I that is a bridge too far for me to cross.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
wanted
think.
to say this before
Well-
we got too far into the apart from the previous guide. I want to follow him back, terrorizing him with my imp.
You want to follow Begram and terrorize him? He's going back the way you guys came.
I want my imp to follow him.
Well, you can call your imp, but your imp only comes at night. But you can tell him
Right.
when you summon him to go fuck with Begram.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
So is tent shut
Now,
every time he came.
I will say this much: Joplin knows, and Ari has the. You have the religion type skill, right? You know the studious version of it,
I think I've got something else.
like your book learning, so and so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got research.
So go ahead and roll on that. And Joplin,
I got backstory.
you've got backstory, but go ahead and I'm not going to make you roll it as a unskilled, but give it to me as what's like an intelligence thingy. Hold on a second here.
Common knowledge. I
Yes,
don't know
let's
how
do let's do a common knowledge roll.
What are you
I
guys
got
rolling to
double
figure out?
fours.
Okay.
I should have gone and seen what I rolled.
You got a 6. Okay, so
It's always my wild die.
Joplin. Now, whether how much of this either of you believe is completely up to you and how you do it. Joplin, you're a little bit more studious in this because of the fact that you, for a while, pretended
Oh,
that,
sure.
that you were in on the religion. Oshira is a particular kind of god.
Based in faith.
The
The
faith,
faith of people.
the faith of others create the Oshira.
Right.
So you can create a god out of nothing. If enough people believe in whatever the thing is, it makes it.
That
But
raises
again-
one big question about Ari.
I served Pearden for a time
Yes.
and then did not.
Correct.
So how am I just not a conduit that happens to be connected to the weave that
To-
these gods and Oshira can act through?
Totally could be. Just
But
make sure
yeah,
you keep that in mind.
Ari's definite stance would be that we are not conduits. That
Well,
we
then I would
are-
love to meet your cheerleaders.
Well, we do have the stones that would get us there.
yeah, yeah.
Good point. I didn't think about that. I forgot there was a whole other.
realm.
Let's not delve too deep into that. It's maddening. Well, I vote we head to the place where people I talk to in their sleep are living, and I mean, at least then we have the added advantage of if we need to, we call in the favor of the god.
You can be their messiah.
It's right there on the. I don't. Okay,
Why don't you?
Messiah is a big word.
God's work in signs. God's work in hints and parables. So why don't you give them a message that they should welcome strangers if they meet them,
Spoken like a true Catholic.
right? That they should, that when they meet someone from a faraway land with a great need, they, in your name, should help them.
Yeah, that actually
then-
doesn't seem like the worst idea.
And that way you don't reveal yourself. We don't reveal ourselves. We just seem like humble travelers from a great distance who happen to need a boat.
You're gonna meet some grumpy-looking white people and one really nice kid.
Well, don't be too specific. Especially about me being this nice kid. Because, yeah, I don't want to get the wrong impression over time.
I know you're being facetious, but I
You
appreciate
didn't
it.
use that word.
I did not use that word. I've stopped even saying it. I used to acknowledge when I went beyond Phoenix's vocabulary, but now I let it ride.
You've been hanging around some people to throw around some witty words, man.
Yeah, I've been picking it up. All right. Well, let's traverse the jungle, I suppose.
Well, you got to make it.
Our-
Got to make it out of the mountains first.
Yeah.
Let's
Our
do
goal
that.
is or we gotta get as close
Yep.
as possible.
So you guys start heading
Onward.
down out of the mountains. It's still early. After a couple hours go by, the prayers start. Normally they would come at night. This is the first time they've started during the day.
You know, I was just going to ask you too.
And you're getting bombarded with them.
Yeah, spirit realm.
One comes through. It's of a mother. And she's, "Oh, Anorak, please give me the strength to endure the loss that I have received. My children have all been taken from me by those bandits to work in their mines. And I feel it's as if I'll break. I want to go."
I'm gonna stop you right there. Hold on. Hey, Underdog here.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You're gonna talk to her. You're gonna
Yeah.
talk to her. Yeah.
So what is that? A spirit roll?
Yep. You get a spirit roll. 9. You totally. Hey. Hello, Anorak.
Hey,
Anorak here.
Yeah.
Go
Anorak
for
here.
Anorak.
How can I help you?
yeah, I'm painting my nails.
Yes.
Underdog here. How can I help you?
Oh,
Okay, well, hold on.
Lord.
You
Oh,
mentioned.
yes.
No, shut up. I mean, just be quiet for a second.
yes. Of course.
Bandits. In the mine. Whereabouts would that be?
Oh, it is. It is outside of our village, Jeet.
Which village? What you want to the name, please? Name.
Jeet.
Jeet.
Yeah, Jeet. Jeet.
Jeet. Okay.
Can you tell
And
us
we're,
something about-
now I know, but just to as a test for my followers, I like to make sure you've been schooled properly. Whereabouts is Jeet?
Oh, we are just a day's ride from the Thanja Pass to the west.
Yeah, let me just 1 second, and I'm going to just bring up the map here.
A day's ride east from the Thanja Pass.
Oh,
Okay.
east.
The Thanja Pass.
Yeah, you guys are like right there.
Yeah.
I wish this was a conference call.
Wait. I want to try something. I've got Ray here, and
Uh-huh.
Ray has had a pretty good. I'm gonna take Ray out of my big high jacket, pop Ray on my shoulder, and be like,
I'm hungry.
and I'm gonna be like, yeah, would you please hold? Ray, can you say what I'm hearing in my head? Can you channel some of these prayers? Is that the thing you can do?
Channel.
Take that as a yes.
Okay, well we'll see what happens.
All
Yeah,
right.
sorry about that. I'm back.
Yes, Anorak.
Could you hear all that? Just out of curiosity.
Yes, Anorak. Yes, please give me the strength to endure this loss. My heart is breaking. My husband is dead now, and my children was all I had left. I worked so
Yo.
hard, but the headmaster, Emily, says that we should not fight them because if we tried, they will simply kill the children, or even worse, come and kill us here in the village. But yes, they just please give me the strength to not want to kill myself. To
Consider
endure.
it given.
Oh, thank you.
And they got the wrong guy. I do not say that out loud.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm on. My strength is on its way, and if you are to meet the people who I send in my stead, you and your village should welcome them with open arms.
as you say,
Thanks,
Anorak, As you say,
You'll know them.
you'll know them by their white skin.
by
Racist.
the.
Well,
the,
Phoenix is actually not white.
No, he's
He's not as dark a caramel as the
Yeah,
Indians is.
yes. He's more.
Now
Joplin is very black at heart,
Joplin is
He's
extremely
got
Marvel.
soul. but he's got soul. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Give him a harmonica, and you will see how black he is.
Okay.
I for one, before I say anything else, has Ray been repeating anything I've been saying
No.
or anything they've been saying?
She's just like, like
Or Simba
monkeying
just
with your
showed up.
clothes and like
Cool.
nibbled
So
on your ear a little
that was a
bit.
one-off then, so she can't do that. Okay. I will. You will recognize my fist that I send to smite your foes by their four of them. There's four of them.
If you'd like to make a call, please. the connection's been dropped. Fortunately for you. But
And I've
there's,
been saying my half of that out loud. No, I've been saying my half out loud.
yeah,
I'm
there's
talking
more
about-
prayers. There's more prayers coming. There's like,
I'm gonna
there's,
try and I'll like if they're coming in from Jeet, I'll take a little longer to get like whatever details I can. Otherwise, I'll just sort of be like, "Good on you. You keep tough it out. You got it."
so you're gonna take some of them for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how long are you gonna
Answer
do
fan
that?
mail.
I mean, we're traveling. I got nothing else to do. So until we rest for the evening.
Okay, so all day as you guys are traveling and walking, all you do is hear Phoenix talking to himself. Yeah, so, all right, so he did what? That's his wife? Oh, that's not right. No, you need to go and fucking kick that ass. It's like he's going through, and it's like, it's one side, it's like tuning into a talk show, but all you're hearing is the host giving the advice. That's it. And he does that all day.
And Ray is just sort of mimicking every once in a while.
Yeah, she's mimicking you,
Yeah.
mostly.
Yeah.
And then, just being your bird. So, it goes basically all night. I mean, not all night, all day. Because it takes you guys the better part of a day to get out of the mountains. So it's getting to be nighttime. Okay? So you can go ahead and set up a camp. Now, whenever you want, you're going to have to give me a spirit roll to turn off the channel.
Yes.
There,
So
Phoenix.
I'm gonna do that right away, and then I
Okay.
want to brief the group
Okay.
if I can turn this off.
Nope, not without a Benny
Wait.
this time.
Yeah, I'll bet you that.
Ah,
Oh my god, a 2 and
Fuck
a
it.
1.
I'm listening,
As we set up camp, then I'll
and
ask.
I'm sort of like one finger on one ear, but like, yeah, okay, and then trying to also then tell them like, hey,
Okay, so
guys,
this is what's going to happen. With not shutting off the prayers, you will get one level of exhaustion because you're not going to be able to rest.
Oh shit. It's I don't remember how exhaustion works in this game.
We can look it up.
I haven't had it in a while.
I think it's just probably penalties on rolls. Skill
Well,
rolls.
there's definitely penalties on rolls, but
Oh fuck it. I'll
you'll go
I
a
will
night without
Benny-
sleep.
no, I'll Benny that again.
Okay.
You don't. It's fine. You're fine.
You're fine.
Oh, look, you had to
Yes!
go and roll a 23.
23. You basically shut it all the way down. You cannot, if you don't want to, you don't have to turn it back on for a day. After this,
So
it'll stay
once-
shut down for a full day now.
I'm just sort of slapping myself around and like, okay, listen, just shut up. Okay. Anyways, okay, and then eventually I'm just okay. Anyways, hi everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I may have a lead for us to get some help getting passage.
So you gave advice to welcome strangers. You were very non-specific and
Pretty much, yeah. That's
blanket
advice.
I would say that describes exactly what I did. Yeah, I definitely didn't give any
Then this should go
details about anything. But what I did say was that we would be the fist of their lord.
What?
And there's some bandits that are kidnapping children and taking them into a mine that we have to.
What? We
That's-
just needed a boat.
Yeah, no, that's yes. We were gonna get a boat probably too. Yeah. And I may have described exactly what to look for when they see us.
Oh well, the call was perfect then. It was a perfect call.
Yeah. You're doing the thing you do where you say the opposite of what you really
Yeah.
mean.
I mean, they'll turn to him and call him, say, I don't know what you expect, Cat Conan.
So we're using those names now, eh?
I kind of like it.
And I'm answering prayers all day, so yeah, I guess we're in this. Brian,
Now you know why God doesn't.
Brian, what do you think? Promise someone we save their children from a bunch of bandits.
Of course, he's gonna want to go save the children.
There's no question. We must go
See?
save the children. Is there ever a
That's,
doubt? Honestly, Joplin,
I
I-
see.
I follow you, Phoenix. Lead on.
I just think it's gonna benefit us in the long run. We'll have some people to help us out, and who knows? Maybe they can tell me a little bit more about.
Besides that, it's the right thing to do.
All we needed was a boat. Just some friendly people. I just wanted to run into people who were friendly to outsiders and who were willing to help them in their need. Now look at us. We're the promised fist of a god.
Well, I mean, we've killed gods before. I can't imagine bandits are gonna be that tough.
Is that
There's
the
some
bandit
backwater
flying
bandits.
in front of us, our group?
Hmm?
I'm just saying, do you want to wave a big flag that says, "Here come the God Killers"? No, don't. Do, all right, don't answer that. It's a bad.
To get to the island, we need to close this portal.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, and
but-
we will.
We need to save these children first.
Well, now we got to save the children.
Of course. We can't let children be in the clutches of bandits. Who knows what they're doing to them? Joplin, would you want your sister or your siblings to be in the control of bandits?
Of course not, Brian. Of course not.
Well, then I think it's settled. Then we should go.
10 minutes ago, we didn't know about it. 10 minutes
But now
ago,
we do.
have
We
to go.
owe nothing to these children.
I'm sorry,
if
Ari,
it,
but
if it makes it any different, her husband
I can't trust
recently
anything
died.
you say now. And
Her husband just died, and her kids are gone.
we have to go.
Anything
We have to
happen-
try and save these children. That's all there is to it. If you have to go on without me to the island, then so be it. I will try and catch up. But Phoenix and I we're going to have to do this.
Well, don't make any promises now. I mean,
This is what I mean. Some
like
of
we're
us
still in
are
negotiation
flexible.
phase.
Some of us are not. Look, I have to go save the children because I am flexible and Brian is not. This
Doing
is
the right thing is never flexible. It's always just the right thing, Joplin.
Yeah, 10 minutes ago, those kids were dead meat.
I'm not doing this.
I'm trying real hard, Jonathan. I'm trying to do a good job.
I'm not doing this just because we owe it to anyone. I'm doing it because I don't know. I just kind of want to.
All right. Like I said, I'm in. We need
Okay.
to stick together. We hang together or hang separately.
Yes. Let's go. And so you guys,
Ari,
are you
I
going to
mean,
say,
yeah,
you can say
no,
something?
I will go, not say anything more. I think that we should continue on, but I will go because that's what I need to do to get me to the island.
and I'll look at Brian and go,
So you guys travel for a little bit longer now that you're in the foothills, okay? And you find a nice little place next to a little
Babbling.
Thank you. I can't babble, obviously. Brook, and let's get rid of this wind. It's not windy anymore.
It's babbly.
Yeah, I don't have a water sound. Just imagine
Good.
that you hear
Everyone piss.
a brook. Yeah. So you start. It's evening time. You know, night is starting to set. Stars are coming out.
So,
Set up your
Phoenix.
tents. Uh-huh.
I have a suggestion. Since you get a lot of these prayers coming in, perhaps you should have some standby responses that you could always turn to. You know,
like a canned email.
Exactly. You got to learn the cliches. So learn the God cliches.
What are the God cliches? I didn't spend a lot of time in temples.
Everything will work out according to my will. See how that's wonderful and vague? So anything that happens, they believe, was according to your will. So they ascribe meaning to the things in their life on your behalf, even though you didn't know what they were going to be.
But what if terrible things happen?
That was just your will. And if they struggle through it, there are great rewards on the other side.
But what if there isn't? What if it's just more terrible shit?
That's when you promise them eternal life in the great hereafter.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, yes. Learn the cliches.
I don't think lying to people is the right thing to do, Joplin. The right thing to do is just to go and free these children.
I'm just trying to help him get through his workload, his prayer load.
He's helping people. So
with this, all of this is still good advice. It still works for people. You tell people to believe in themselves, to follow their destinies. You give people confidence. That's what you have to understand about my previous business is as a confidence man, I did not take people's confidence. I gave it to them. I put the whole world in their hand. That's what a god does.
That's
I don't know. Sounds shady to me. Everybody
he did just compare himself to a god.
Everybody roll notice roll.
You're not trying to make any money off of it. I was just, trying to get by. Notice?
Mm-hmm.
No. I added 2 to my notice way back at the beginning, and it has never done
Yeah,
good.
5.
Okay, there's a 7.
Brian doesn't notice, but Joplin does, and Phoenix does, and you got a 5. So okay, so Ari does too. So there is the sound of beating wings.
Oh no.
Big leathery
Giant
wings.
vultures.
You start looking up into the sky, looking around, and you see the stars, which are just, if anybody's ever gone outside of a city or been outside of a city and looked up at what the stars really look like on a clear night. Okay. So takes just a little while, and then you notice that there's a dark form moving in front of these stars. A silhouette, so to speak. And it's circling around for a little bit. And it's starting to get louder. And it's starting to circle, and it's circling its way down.
Ari, I thought you sent your imp to go bother, what's his name? Bagram.
I mean, I don't know how you would have known about that, but
Oh, sorry. Did you
Yeah,
say that?
how would you know about that? Wait a
I thought it was a
minute.
conversation because I suggested he send him back and have him sew the tent shut every night.
So it keeps coming down, and it's still, because it's night, even though the stars are out and whatnot, you start to see, though, it's somebody dropping something. It's a horse with wings,
Pegasus.
and there's a person on its back that seems to be gleaming in the moonlight. and starlight.
Motherfucker.
It comes down and it lands not too far away. Wings furl up.
Is it?
This person jumps off the back of. Is it who?
I was just saying, is this an attractive man?
It's not a man.
Ass like a. Oh.
It's not a man at all.
Oh, okay. Then
You can
all right.
tell as this person who is wearing a mailed like shirt and a large helm with horns and fur and the sway of the hips and the build of the body leads nothing to confuse it with a man. As it starts to come into your...
I do not shoot it then.
All right then.
Or you do, one or the other.
Yeah.
No.
As it gets closer, because you guys had made a fire as you were going through and doing all this talking and what have you. At least Brian would have. This person, as they're walking closer, this is a big person. It's like 7 feet tall.
Oh.
She comes marching into the camp. A large sword slung across her back, axes hanging from her hips. She comes walking in, and you can see her face because the helm doesn't cover it. It is a devastatingly chiseled, featured Suleiman woman. She grabs the helm by one of the horns and yanks it off of her head and chucks it to the ground. Long, long locks of blonde hair tumble across her shoulders and down her back. She's marching straight to Joplin.
No. What?
She smiles, a friendly smile. Her eyes light up in gleaming like happiness. Her arms get thrown open wide. She goes, "Brother!" And she just engulfs you in the biggest bear hug, pulling you up off your feet and swinging you around several times. I mean, and you're overwhelmed with a familiar feeling, and this whole thing that's happening is it's like you're hitting a super deja vu. It's like this has happened before. It's bringing back a lot of core good memories. And as she swings him around, hugging him, she starts laughing. And when she stops and she sets Joplin down on his feet, it's not Joplin anymore. For the briefest of seconds, looks just like the dude you saw in the mirror in the sunken temple in the Vezin Desert. And then he shimmers and he goes back and he looks just like Joplin. That's where we're going to end the episode.
I want to throw a comment to her that's like, you got to go get your fucking helmet now.
Yeah.
What if I have any family?
You have millions of them. What are you talking about?
Good
They are
point.
calling you all the time. Hey, Autorock, how you doing, man?
Get the fuck over here.
So that's it. That's where we're going to end the episode. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in this fine evening to watch another Tales of a Savage Land episode 20. What did I say? 28.
27?
27.
I think I lied.
27.
This is 28.
Oh.
I probably wrote down 27 too, which
It
is a
does say
lie.
27.
I lied. This is 28 because I just downloaded 27. I'll have to change that.
Numbers are not your thing. We've noticed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that aren't my thing. I'll give you a list of X's you could call.
To remember that one, you might hook up with that one again.
Well, that's true. But yeah, I want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Let's go ahead and have this fine cast sign off and say thank you, Jonathan. I hope I did a good job. I was trying to stick true to your flavor of how I feel. If there's anything we need to retcon, we can retcon it. But Uncle Tony, man, why don't you go ahead and sign off?
Goddamn, Brian, getting us into all kinds of shit. Hi, everybody. I'm Uncle Tony on YouTube and Stupid Tony on Twitter, and I wish more people would follow me at both things because I do the
lasagna.
Tony Lasagna. Yeah, that's on Xbox, where I'll come and kill your ass on Fortnite. You just try me.
Yeah.
Yeah, try me on Fortnite.
Yeah. Is that it?
But leave me alone on No Man's Sky because I don't fuck with people there.
Okay. Don't forget this Saturday we're back, right?
Oh, that's right. Boy, we take a week off. The second half of our vampire season kicks off this Saturday, 11 a.m. And I better watch those episodes again and refresh my memory wherever
You do.
But I do remember it's getting real soapy and complicated, and the whole
It's delicious. I love it.
Oh, you think the secrets here are bad? Holy shit! Where they just oh, and behind the scenes, even more.
So when can people see that?
I just said 11 a.m. Saturday.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I was thinking.
I
about
did.
something
It's
else.
right here on the Wicked Channel Studios thingy.
Yeah, there you go.
Get your pop-ups, get your notifications, hit that like, subscribe. I'll do all that shit, or catch it on YouTube.
There you go. Excellent. Hey, Grace, go ahead.
I played RE tonight. I
Mistress of the
played.
Dark.
Sorry,
so-
Alvoxia.
Mistress of the Night. It's
Over
the
the
night.
night.
The night. Yeah, we got to get that right.
All
The
right,
night, the
I will
dark,
get that down
whatever.
pat next time. No problem. Well, it's gonna be fun. Looking some chaos into this group.
Oh yes, it's good times. Good times. All right, and last but not least, we have Dylan.
I've been playing Phoenix. I'm gonna share a little playlist. It's all of the episodes. I put them in order and put them into a playlist. So go check them out. Subscribe to the Wicked Studios channel while you're there. And then also, as always, there's the Discord channel. Join us, chat with us, do all the good fun stuff.
You're awesome.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people popping up on the Discord. I see
Yeah, there's a lot more lately.
Yeah, it's good times. We should probably do stuff there more often.
We probably
Yeah, we should try and keep stuff going. I always try and let people know when the show's starting.
Yeah.
But other than that,
You're good about that. I posted
I
a
have
bunch
Discord
of art.
open all day while I work, so I do.
And I posted a suggestion that somebody should start a story based on your random art postings.
Sure, why
And
not?
just keep the story linear, even though the art just keeps coming different.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it's a great
Oh,
idea.
You can tell by the two
Speaking
two emojis I tagged it with.
There you go.
We don't need to be writing more because Dylan and I are both going to try that NaNoWriMo
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, if you're doing that and you're part of the community and you want to join us and keep track, let us know. We'll
What the
find
heck
you
is
on
that?
You're
there.
one of those people that just set yourself up for failure at every opportunity. This is
What's nano? What's that?
It's National Novel
Writing.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Novel writing or November writing?
Novel writing month.
I've got way too much else going on right now,
No.
which
So do
includes a lot of
I.
wright but
What do I? God damn it!
Yeah, I'm
about to tell
lucky.
you,
My
man.
last session, I DM for the first time in like 6 months.
How'd that go?
Past weekend went great. They're all relatively new players, so it's
What are you playing?
5th edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple of my players listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to like they had loved the game, just listening to the game and never played. So they took to it and they kind of been helping me with keeping everyone on top of the rules. But I over prepared as I want to do, and as most DMs are.
Especially early on.
Yeah. So especially when you don't know the pace that these players are going to be at.
Right.
I knew they were slow from previous sessions because they like to we're friends too, so we're just socializing.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah. That's the
And
best.
it's 3 couples, right? So
Oh,
it's
that's
going to be like we're all going to
Yeah.
goof off. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm over prepared. So
Nah,
I don't remember if there was a point to that story.
you'll always be able to use that later. Don't worry about it.
Are you doing a module or are you just letting it sandbox itself?
So I sidetracked them. I started them with the starter set with Lost Mine of Phandelver because they had it, and I had it as well. So I figured that's easy. They have the starter set rules and classes, so we just kept it easy and did that. But I did a little one-off out of that whole storyline to sort of weave in a little Halloween last week, so it was mostly horror themed.
Nice.
With some grotesque monsters and whatnot. Very fun.
Nice. Good. Well, I'm Will DM. I'm the game master for this here Tales of Savage Land, where we do the Savage Worlds rule set. Also, on every Monday, we release a new episode of the Down Roll right here on this channel. Don't have a set time for that, though. It's just basically when we can get it up. It's usually in the evening, afternoon, early afternoon time, somewhere right around in there.
I did notice you've uploaded a bunch of them to YouTube recently, though.
Yes.
So
yes, we all saw that when you spammed our Twitter feeds.
And then we also have every Tuesday night here. We have, if you are a 5e D&D fan, or more importantly, if you're a Greyhawk fan, we have Greyhawk Adventures Presents. And we're currently doing the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And they just started the final enemy.
So close to the end.
Yep, they're getting ready to go in and die. And I've told them, if you TPK in the final enemy, because I've warned them how tough this module is in the end here, especially with the 5e conversion. It's one of the fewer times where the 5e conversion is way deadlier than the original. Way deadlier. That if they TPK, that's just the end of that. We're done. Then we'll move on to the next, the next story arc, the next Greyhawk Adventures Presents. So every Wednesday night we have this show here, which the Greyhawk Adventure Presents is at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Tales of Savage Land here, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturdays at 10 p.m., and I've got a little story to tell you. Saturdays at 10 p.m., we have the Saturday Morning Superheroes. And that goes on before the Masquerade game. So with Saturday Morning Superheroes, we were trying something new, right? So what we were doing is we were pre-recording them, so it is not performed live. Okay, on Friday nights we record Saturday Morning Superheroes, then Adam takes them, edits them up, adds special effects, different things along these lines. Okay, so Adam started editing episode 4. And we have absolutely zero audio.
No.
Not just for episode 4, for episode 5 too. So the last 2 episodes that we recorded, because we started recording and wanted to be ahead of time so that we had time for the editing and stuff, we have zero audio. So Adam doesn't know what happened as far as what happened.
Okay, man.
So
ADR. You got to set it up. You got to have the guys think about what they were saying.
But here's the thing: is
it's only it's only 2 of you, right?
There's 3 of us. There's 2 players and then me.
Okay. So that's what I mean.
Basically, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up having we'll have an extended. We're going to film another extended episode. And we're going to recap, because there's no way we can go through and reproduce 2 whole episodes. It's just not going to happen. So what we're going to do is we'll do a overview, and then we'll bring everybody up to date on what's happening, and then we'll start a new episode. So it's going to be like an info drop sort of thing. But the thing of it is like, because it was so much easier when we were starting to do these. Because with the pre-recording and stuff, with it not being live, it's so much more lax, because we can edit, at our leisure, and we'll just edit that out. We'll do this, we're going to look up a rule, we'll edit that shit out. You know what I mean? So, and it'd been going really well. And here's the drawback: if we were doing them live, that wouldn't have happened. Because they would have got caught. You know, because it's sort of like how when, and I'm sure it's a setting thing, because it's just like with the vampire games and a couple of vampire games, you could hear me really faintly in the background. And I figured out what it was. It was one of the channels was, even though I was muted on one, it was still picking it up on an underlying tone on another channel that wasn't totally muted out. So, yeah. So I was like, oh, Adam is just devastated.
I lost the audio for one of our Lucifer reactions, but I caught it right at the end of the episode.
Right.
And then we just hung out and did it again.
Gotcha.
You know, we just went back and watched it over.
Yeah,
again.
if we were doing like a down roll, it's no big deal. That's easy.
Yeah, exactly.
We sit down and we're bullshit and we bullshit the topic. You know, to recreate an episode. Yeah, there's just, you know, one thing I was saying, the first thing that comes to mind is like, well, let's just we'll dub it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. ADR is the first thing that comes to mind.
You know, you dub it. You'd be like, it's like, oh, no fair. You stole my father's rice cakes. Remember that comedian that did that with the old Australian Kung Fu theater?
Maybe it's just I was thinking Woody Allen's What's New? What's Up, Tiger Lily?
I hate Woody Allen. Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, but have you ever seen What's Up, Tiger Lily?
Nope.
He took a Japanese mystery film and he redubbed it into English, where they're going after this egg salad recipe or some weird. He just turned it into this bizarre comedy.
I think I might want to watch that.
He's not in it. And,
we're just talking now, Malin Ray. We haven't signed out. This is just extra content. That's all.
So if you ever check out what's new Tiger Lily and or What's Up Tiger Lily, and it's What's New Pussycat is the other one.
Gotcha. All right, guys. That being said, I just figured I'd let you guys peek a little bit behind the Wicked Studios.
Yeah, we do this every week.
We talk about such.
Thank you very much for tuning in again. I do really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you guys all again next Wednesday, and then checking out the other shows. So with that having been said, do I have the end ready? Of course I don't. I was too busy talking with everybody else about everything. Amazing how this stuff works out. Anyways, bye everybody. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Peace out.